Okie dokie then. As we had left off last, we're still exploring the depths of Moonstone Hall here beneath Escadar. What exactly is down here? Well, we know troggs, and largely between that and, well, one of our succubus friends telling us that coming down here might be particularly interesting. We're not entirely even sure what it is we're after, but as we made our way to the lower levels, clearing out the main floor of the Zolgath infestation, we were confronted by the ghost of an architect, a priest, someone. Zul, the head of the Moonstone Hall, the Temple of Erodin, the architect of its design, back some thousands of years ago, you know, when it was actually functional and not in a cave under the city, which I'm still gonna admit I'm somewhat unclear on how that intermediary step happened. I don't know how it went from disuse to it's in a cave underground, but a lot can happen in a couple thousand years. And we have a full another, well, at least a full another level to investigate.
How long was Erodin around?
Well, one of the things I actually learned that I was wrong on was I thought that in the counting of time, year 0 was Erodin's death. I thought it was like Jesus.
No, it's not that long ago.
No, it was like he died within living memory. It was a couple decades back. There are definitely still like humans alive that were around to worship Erodin. So the temple fell into disrepair long before Erodin actually died. It just kind of fell out of use.
Okay, Erodin's been around the block. He was an Aslant.
He is in fact a god.
Yeah, so he's been around since about minus 5,300.
Yeah, so it was about 10,000 years. About 10,000 years of deific reign before, you know,
getting fucked.
Stuff happened. Stuff happened, and then humanity lost their patron deity. But a lot happens in that intermediary time. And a temple falling into disuse, and then, you know, falling into a cave somehow, I guess, is among the list of things that could certainly take place. And as the ghost of Zul had, well, shared a little bit of interesting knowledge with the party, and a little bit of interesting familiarity with the party, I would say, and shimmered back out into non-existence, tasking you with killing all of the troggs here on the floor, Zerg, for one, would get terribly excited at the prospect of more troggs to kill, and without so much as a word, just stampede off into the darkness.
Hi, Zerg.
The rest of you, thinking
like
at least slightly
enthusiasm.
better, do not immediately follow, but wish him the best. So, party. First of all,
Godspeed.
Godspeed, you beautiful bastard. Godspeed. What are you all doing as these ghosts disperse, leaving you kind of in this bone-strewn intersection? How are you proceeding through these underchambers? Is it
Same as I do every year. It's sneaking, yeah.
How about you?
And
Arvis?
do me a favor, and as I recast light, could you double it in size for me, if you haven't already?
Ooh, it's on Barkbeard, right?
Yeah.
Right. It is a 4th level light now, which means that it has an 80-foot radius. It's just double.
Yeah, it's the double.
Oh, I thought it went. For some reason, I thought it was even bigger than that. So
Yeah, that's
recasting this, it's been honestly, boink. You've probably had more use of your magics in the last
it's
couple.
triple. Yeah, it's 60.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was even bigger.
Yeah.
You probably had more use of your magics in the last couple weeks traveling with the party than you have in, well, the majority of your life, as you've only had so many reasons to use it. And pulling this magic together down here as the basement is quite dark, you get a really good opportunity to demonstrate how far you've come. putting a little more effort forth, perhaps, into a very, very, very meaty, simple cantrip that illuminates the hall, light pouring forth from Barkbeard like a damn sun. And probably making it a little bit harder for you to hide, but such is life.
Well, see, they're going to be distracted by Barkbeard, so it'll be
There's
really
also
easy for me to
more
hide.
shadows.
Right? In a square
By
hallway,
definition, well, in the maximum capacity of the word, yes. In terms of the light is currently reaching the end. No.
And with this, you would actually get a really good view of the area. Seeing at these two hallways spreading east and west, both terminate in simple doors at either end, and the light so bright it allows you to easily see past this wood paneling and rug to your north to another door and several more splits further down. It appears to be quite the complex they have here on the lower level. And Barkbeard, what are you doing, my small, incredibly bright friend?
Well, I feel like it seems like a good place to have my shield out. But I don't know if we need another set of eyes out. What are you guys doing?
I'm keeping my eyes out, especially.
Oh, good.
After
Well,
eyes
then
in.
I have my shield.
I am very aware of the situation after talking to the ghost.
Arvis has kind of been jolted to life here. And Ara, how about you?
Casting, detect magic.
Just kind of keeping that aura over the group of you so that, well,
Good one.
should literally anything
Every time
happen.
he says it. Every time he says it.
What?
First time I ever even noticed it. That's how quick I am.
Keeping saying aura.
Oh,
Magical aura.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know that I actually mentally processed that before you pointed it out. But fair. Keeping this beacon up on you, waiting for some sort of color to emanate for detection of some kind of magic. And I believe speaking of cantrips getting cool now, your cantrip does stuff, I think, at 4th level and stops just fucking sucking, because low-level detect magic is really depressing in 2nd edition. But at 4th level, you actually get a direction. And when you start to detect magic, it will send you into the general area of about a 5-foot cube where the strongest aura is located.
I'm the strongest aura.
You are the strongest aura. And before we go any further, saying Fox 10, so I'm going to give a villain point to Squid in hopes that I'll increase the chance that someone will die and make a swashbuckler character.
Unlucky, he's already at max. Wow.
I am actually topped.
Ooh.
So this is an unprecedented situation because mine don't show up on the screen, so I'm not really sure what to do with this.
Well, there's
So-
no bench to sit him on, so.
Yeah, because then there wouldn't be a point in having a camp if I could just, like, backstock it. So I think, why don't we establish just, a really good precedent here?
No.
Ari, you got the least hero points. I'll pass this over to you. This doesn't carry the implication that if one of you is topped out and gets more, that they'll come to me in any way. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say this.
yeah.
This gift is not coming without consequence.
No, but see, the good thing is, right, as long as I keep making puns, he'll always be kept.
Well, I just
Right?
got to start spending them, so expect some difficult encounters here in your future.
Oh, no.
Now we need to start spending them, or it'll bleed over into him.
Yeah.
So,
Bryn.
See, well, I mean,
Bryn, no banking.
yeah, Bryn, stop spending.
Arvis is the one with the plus sign on his
I
tokens
can't
right now.
help it. They love throwing them at me.
I can't.
So with Arbus, with your eyes out, kind of thinking about this, what this ghost had said, what Zul had told you, make me a perception check real quick. I'm just
Yes.
staring almost kind of blankly down these halls.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Pretty spicy.
32.
With a 32, what way are you looking here?
Probably straight up the hallway after where Zurg went running, honestly.
Maybe it's Aura's casting next to you or something, but you kind of are pulled back to reality and turn to your left, looking down the hallway, the door beyond. You would kind of notice, almost in a heightened sense of awareness here, that something was a little bit amiss. This is not the hallway it looks like, and in fact, you have before you even more options than you had expected, as there appear to be fairly decently well hidden doors set into either side of the hallway to your left. And seeing those and turning around looking behind you, you would see that there is yet another one to your right. Meaning you've got about literally 12 directions you can go from here.
There's some hidden doors over there and over there. Lots of options.
I say left.
Well, I mean, that seems like a good enough plan. Do we want to check out these hidden doors? I mean, they seem rather spooky.
If you see hidden doors, we should check them out, yeah.
Yeah, yep.
So Sparkbeard steps up and nudges this first. The door is open. It's just a fairly simple panel of the stone wall, painted over fairly well to look like the halls around it, but with eons of disrepair. Once it's pointed out to you, it's almost hard not to see it. It opens as easily as any other door, swinging on surprisingly well-made hinges, and leading into what appears to be a pantry. Once surely stored a pretty large stash of dried goods, but anything that had been left in here, I mean, non-perishable does in fact have a limit at some point, and I think thousands of years seems to have hit the line for most of those. There are a couple barely recognizable withered bundles of desiccated herbs, and a few glass jars that, even sealed, are filled with gray, viscous sludge congealed to the insides of their containers. The inside of the doorway, as Barkbeard swings it open into the hall, is just wooden beams and not hidden at all. It would be incredibly obvious from the other side. But it reveals yet another door, even beyond.
Well,
ostensibly into some
I
kind
feel
of a
like
kitchen, probably.
Probably. Well, there's, it seems like this door has led to another door. I don't know if we would like to keep going along this route, or if we would like to open other doors, or if we want to go between. I don't know. There's plenty of options here. We could really be here for a while, it would seem. Good. Let's go over here and go into this.
Oh, it got dark.
It gets dark as Barkbeard gets excited and totters offward quickly,
So
throwing
when we
up.
go in, can we close it behind us?
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be very easy to do.
And it would be hard to spot.
Yeah, from the outside, it would be relatively hard to spot.
Okay.
That one is fairly well concealed, better than the ones on the other side. This door seems to have fared a little better from the door across from it, where some wears and loss of paint and chips around the edges of the door itself make even the outline of it fairly obvious to, anything beyond casual observation. But you close that as Barkbeard already is storming forth and heading forward, throwing open the door to what is indeed a kitchen, with a fairly large stone fireplace opposite you in the northwestern corner, and what appear to be the remnants of a very ancient fire, charred wood and ash, resting in the hearth beneath a cast iron cauldron just sat down on the pile. Hooks on the walls around that bear about a dozen various pans and skillets, and surprisingly, coming from the bone-strewn hallway to the kind of wrecked and rotted pantry, the kitchen is very clean. Not even dusty.
I want to take this moment while we're walking. Ara's shuffling around his equipment and taking stuff out of his bandolier and putting a repair kit that he's been carrying in his backpack in his bandolier.
Okay.
And he has his brand new shiny shield. He's been polishing it up.
Oh baby. It's the big old dinged piece of crap from the shield you found 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
Okay.
He loves it.
Just making sure we're talking about the same shield here.
Yeah, the same shitty shield, yeah.
I mean, it's really well intact. It's just banged up.
Yeah.
So, if I were to walk over into this kitchen, does it look, I know you say it's clean, but does it look like recently used? Is the fireplace, is there embers kind of going down, or is it
so
just
if you
really clean?
Still just headstrong, tottering off the light, receding into the kitchen as Barkbeard walks over to check out the fireplace. looking down at it, it looks like it's not warm. There's no heat here whatsoever. It's just soot and ash that's been left there for some time. If you want to give me I guess either a nature or a society check would work perfectly fine, Barkbird.
Okay. They're both the same, so I guess nature.
Yeet me some dice.
Not very good. 21.
A 21 is plenty well enough to know that this fire, while it's not recent, is certainly not thousands of years old. It looks like it's been lit sometime within the past days or weeks.
This door to the south, is that concealed the same way the other door is?
The door to the pantry?
Yes.
That's just a normal
Just a
wooden
normal door.
Yeah. This is
What a weird place to have a secret entrance to.
Yeah, that does seem odd. Yes, I don't know. Maybe it's for the servants. They don't feel like looking at where servants come and go.
Are you, what's your society proficiency, Selwyn?
Mine is probably expert.
That's what I figured. You would probably guess that given the location of this kitchen and kind of its distance from the stairs, the southern door from the pantry may very well be a concession made to more easily run food up to the main level when Moonstone Hall was previously used, but without but still letting that main intersection keep its sort of stately stone grandeur in each direction. It's more concealed for probably appearances than for like any tactical value or anything. I mean, it was a temple.
Right. Well,
You would think it's the same is probably true of the rest of the secret doors in that hallway, unless there was, of course, more to Moonstone Hall back in its heyday than you now know.
Well, left again, or would you like to go right?
I believe right leads into the hall, so left.
Yeah, you would have another door to your west, and Barkbeard moving down and pulling that one open as well would lead the way into a very pungent room. But for once, you're getting hit with a smell that isn't entirely unpleasant. This isn't overwhelming Zolgath stench. This is actually something very different. This is a fruity mix and a strong scent of alcohol in a room absolutely strewn with stains and smashed glass bottles. This apparently was very recent, as much of what is across the ground is still puddles.
Well, this is a waste.
Indeed. Solgas probably
Jesus.
came and just wait, do you even drink wine?
No, but we could sell it.
Why did they pour it all over the floor?
You know, I like where your head's at.
Does someone have some cloth?
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 No, I'm not even wearing any clothes.
Oh, neither am I.
Yes. I know who's wearing clothes. Someone is wearing clothes.
I don't want someone's clothes.
Someone, give me your clothes.
What's wrong
Do
with
we
my
still
clothes?
Do you still have that robe from earlier?
Yes.
Can I have
Oh,
it?
I do have that robe. I forgot about that robe.
You are
actually.
actually
Yeah.
still dressed
I'm
up like
lying
an
to you.
Aurora priest.
But I like that robe.
Can I have it?
Someone, you don't really need your clothes, do you?
I really do.
Mm.
These are my revenge clothes. I need these for revenging.
Oh, that's
What
very
about some
important.
like extra clothes that you carry around? Maybe just in case accidents happen. Maybe you need some extra clothes. Do you have any of
I
those?
never have any accidents.
What about that one time?
Mm.
What time?
Well, when we were coming in for the first time, when you fell face forward.
That wasn't an accident in the same manner and did not save my clothes.
Only your pride.
My pride was incredibly fractured.
And you got bit and got blood everywhere.
Mm,
Well, I guess you can use this little cloak that I got earlier. I guess if we don't feel like stripping someone.
I don't feel like stripping someone.
yeah, I don't feel like stripping Sullivan either.
That's okay. Only one party has to be willing, right?
I still don't understand why they dump it all over the floor.
I'm gonna
It's very odd.
I'm gonna take the cloak and I'm gonna start wiping it up. Get this stuff all over the cloak. Drench it.
So, Arvis, as you come in and you are seeking here, you can still see that there are a decent amount of wine bottles that are left throughout here still in the rack. But all the ones that are there are either empty or they've been compromised in some way. A loose cork or seal that's caused them to spoil over the years. It seems that literally everything that was drinkable has been smashed on the ground. You'd also certainly notice that the amount of liquid on the ground is dramatically less than the amount of liquid that would have been in all the bottles originally. So, I mean, somebody drank.
So there's glass all over the floor
There's
too.
a
Then
lot of glass all over the floor as well.
I will not continue because I am barefoot.
Not being barefoot, idiot.
So you would
Fucking
notice, however, on the rack
halfling.
right here, that there is a bottle that seems to have a second, smaller bottle set inside it. And you, as you are seeking, would automatically
Ooh.
notice that.
I'm gonna go grab it. I'm watch carefully and try to not step on glass with my bare feet.
Yeah, it's near enough the door you'd be able to grab it fairly
Okay.
easily without any real trouble. And the small bottle is more of a vial than an actual bottle, and it's tiny enough that you can just open this up and it'll slide right out. A small glass tincture of something. It seems to be a clear liquid. It almost looks just like water.
Huh. There's just the one. It's the other bottle is something else entirely.
Just the one. Yeah, the other bottle was empty other than that.
If I should pop the cork and smell it, would I be able to maybe tell?
You would not
Make a
know.
death
You
save.
need 10 minutes. You need 10 minutes and an alchemist's kit to try to identify any kind of liquids properly in second edition. There's no more sniffing the bottle to figure out what things are.
You know.
You gotta do a
I feel like
proper.
we've
I mean,
been
you
here
can also
before.
just drink it and see what happens as an option, but
This is also true.
that's
Yeah, that's true.
entirely your discretion.
Just look at Selwyn as I'm holding it.
I'll grab it and put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We're not drinking the spicy water.
That's-
Which is better than pouring it all over the floor.
Well, I agree, but we shouldn't just drink it. What if it's poison? What if it's magical?
Eh.
What if it's
Okay.
vodka?
a tiny little vial of
Oh,
vodka, like a
yeah,
2 inches
I'll-
long.
I'll pull out that flask and have like a sip.
Mom needs her cough syrup.
Regardless, the wine storage in here doesn't appear to hold anything else of value,
Hmm.
or even anything
uh,
else drinkable.
Well, should we go through the top door or go back from where we came?
Let's just explore west, right? I'll start walking down south.
Doop, 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 doop.
So
I guess.
Go
Go back
through my
down
mighty
here?
beacon. Ah,
yeah,
darkness!
literally just
Ah!
go ahead and just hop through it, because I'm gonna assume you close it behind you again. So
Yeah.
just hop on through. Saves me removing and putting the thing back. That's why I left the S there, so you can see where
Yeah.
it is.
Can you open the south door?
I certainly can. And
I
I
can't see
imagine
anything.
Barkbeard
Please.
could as well. And as he would step forth in this
Uh-huh.
southernmost chamber, you would see a bunch of mops, buckets, pails, and what appeared to be very basic cleaning supplies. You want some cloth? There's a bunch of various ones in here. Kind of ironically, it's all covered in a very thick layer of dust with pretty hefty matted cobwebs strung across the sets of shelves and throughout and across all the different buckets and things. But it just looks like a janitor's closet.
Hmm.
Well, if we need some
Anybody
rest, this is the best place so far. It's
It
relatively
does seem
hidden.
that way, yes.
And that door is, while it is visible, it's not completely hidden from the outside. It is relatively hidden, and the interior looks completely untouched.
Mhm.
Good. Yes.
Just looks
I
like
agree.
at
That's
least
a good idea.
2,000 years of dust. Luke
I'm
Caster,
alright,
thank you for
well.
the 50 months.
I'm
That's why I assume
ripping
you're closing
this-
that up as well, so go ahead and drop that back for you.
As we're walking, I'm ripping up that cloak that I have soaked in wine or remnants of shit on the floor.
Fair enough. So, as you approach the next door here, far off to the west, this door is a little bit larger and set more solidly, properly latched. No lock, not locked, but more well created and more extravagant than the very simple wooden doors that have separated the pantry and the kitchen from the wine storage and everything else you've seen so far. However, again, it's not locked, and it does open fairly easily, but it opens into an interesting chamber. It leads forth into a nearly perfectly round, cavernous hall. Almost semi-spherical seeming with how high the ceiling arches up overhead. It must near be to the floor, or the bottom of the floor above it. There are 12 statues ringing the perimeter, and in the center, or on each of these rather exquisitely detailed stonework, depicts a variety of what appear to be humans of an assortment of professions. Artists, farmers, hunters, even beggars or scholars. Just statues of men and women from all walks of mundane life, all facing inward to another massive eye of a rodent in the center floor, on a small circular dais raised maybe about 6 inches above the outer ring of stone. An inscription you can see has been carved into the outside of the dais itself, but you're seeing the ends of it on the north and south side, and it's not really legible from here.
Is it lit? Is there a fire in the middle?
No. No.
Okay.
If I move you, it becomes dark.
I still
Again-
see the
Oh,
eye.
okay. I just see.
This is again, we gotta bear with it. There was apparently a large disagreement between the person who wrote this adventure and the person who made the maps for Moonstone Hall, because all of these rooms are completely dark, but the maps have lights
Well, I didn't
on
know
them.
if there was supposed to be like the if
For
I
some
was
reason.
flaming.
Yeah, glow.
No,
right?
it is
menacing
just
you know,
stone
like-
on the floor. Again, there was like a real big disagreement between the writers and the map makers here. But it is all dark. We're just ignoring all what appear to be sconces and light sources on the map, unless I tell you otherwise while we're down here.
Okay. This one just seemed oddly placed.
No, that one does actually kind of like in the center of the eye. I can definitely see what you're saying, but no.
Well,
I do
I
not
don't
like
know
this one.
about. It seems rather. Yes, I agree, Arbus. You have very good intuition, and I find this room suspicious.
No,
Anybody else?
as this opens, Aura, you would certainly detect some magic here. You'd absolutely be detecting some magic.
All 12 statues slowly turn to look at Arbus. I'm like,
what would be an aura of what I think actually would be orange transmutation. And as your detect magic allows you to pinpoint the strongest magical aura that you can reach, if it's several equal auras, you would be able to identify with your 30-foot range the 6 statues on your half of the room, all enchanted similarly.
Huh. Hey, saw one.
Mhm.
Smell this. I'll hold up one of the rags. Just like put it in someone's face.
Why?
Does it smell worse than a trog?
Does it?
It smell like
I don't-
wine.
No.
Okay. Oh, also those 6 statues are magical. Probably.
Right. Okay.
well, I kind of feel like that's only confirming what we kind of suspected, as the statues in this place rather seem to be rather aggressive.
Yeah. This place is sus.
Super sus, yes.
What is
quite.
sus?
It's slang terms for the kid nowadays. I'm so hip with the times. Gosh, I love hanging out with
Barkbeard.
someone.
Barker, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you walk forward a step so I can get next to the door?
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh, good. Yes. Well, space is always tight and confining. So, yes, you're very polite, though. I really like your manner of speaking.
I've
As
learned.
you step into the
Oh,
room,
shit.
I'm like waiting for it. I'm like,
nothing happens. I mean, it's just
Oh,
you can see
boring.
the statues from a bit
I mean-
closer. But
Doing nothing.
you would be able to notice that all the statues seem to be sculpted of a similar, fairly standard gray stone, and each of them would bear a mask. Fairly simple, but almost like a various styling of masquerade masks. That's clearly a separate piece, and they all seem to be made of different fabrics and materials. around the statues, with the exception of 2 of them, which would wear nothing. And those would be, I don't know, let's go with this guy and this guy.
Okay, what does the inscription say?
You'd have to come around to the right or left of the dais to read it. You have to go pretty into the room for that.
Okay, fine. Hit me with
I'll
the
walk
trap.
over here. I'm going to be, kind of walking over here first, to see how things are over on the side.
Yeah, and on the east side of this small dais in the center of the room, you can read the inscription clearly is in a language that you don't recognize.
Darn it.
Selwyn, that's probably true for you, but you would at least be able to certainly recognize what it is. It's definitely written in Aslanti.
Yeah, that's a very rare language.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
was
read
like,
it.
I'm positive you don't speak it, but
Yeah.
you'd at least be able to identify, like you could look at Latin and tell it's Latin,
Yeah, like,
probably.
I couldn't.
what's up with all these languages? I don't know.
You know, like 15 languages and none of them
Yeah,
ever come up. The Pathfinder
This is
curse.
bullshit. Yeah, and
Whatever
it's matter of
languages
fact,
you know are wrong.
I'm used to knowing everything, and now I know nothing, and I feel I'm in a dark and strange place, which is Moonstone Hall. It is dark and it is strange.
And there are troggs.
Why are they wearing masks, Selwyn?
I don't know.
Could I, how tall are these statues?
About as tall as a regular human. They're not really oversized. They are like true to life scale men and women standing around the room.
Oh, okay.
I
So
wanna-
I'd reach up and peek under one of the masks to see if.
This one, let's
got,
see.
like-
This is, I'm going to start at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is statue 6, which is a statue of a cloaked woman. And this will be an easy one for you to reach, too, because this one is kind of crouched, almost kneeling down to the ground, not standing like most of the rest. A woman with a fairly large cloak billowing around her shoulders, with a hefty bow. One end of its frame set into the plinth of the statue itself, and an arm drawn aiming at the center of the room. The mask on this statue would be of a simple, almost rugged, like not fully treated brown leather, with decorations of autumn leaves down the sides. I mean, the masks are sitting not super tight to the statue, so I mean, even if you come up, you can just kind of with one finger like peek under it and see it's just like the statue's face. They're not hiding anything about
And
the
the
statues.
fabric is fine. Like the fabric's not crumbling away when I move it. It's
No,
like,
it
good
actually still
fabric.
seems to be fully intact. And Ara, as you come throughout the room, you would detect more and more of this same similar strength transmutation aura on each and every statue throughout this room.
I won't. Can we spend time to try to identify the magic coming off of them?
You absolutely can, yes. You would need to, unless you have a way to do it faster, it'd be like 10 minutes to try and figure this out. If you want to start unraveling that.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to this one.
All right, so 6, 7, 8, 9. The one that you approach here is a statue of a young man standing with a fur-topped cloak on his shoulders with a kind of gnarled, crooked staff hooked at the end, seeming to be sculpted as if it was simple wood. And he's reaching down to stroke a lamb model onto the plinth of the statue around him. And his mask seems to be made just of very simple spun wool. And it's very narrow, just barely covering the area across his eyes.
I'm gonna assume this door up here is locked, or doesn't budge.
The northern door? Why would you
Yes.
assume such a thing, good sir?
Because this seems like a solder puzzle.
No, the northern door, if you went up and just reached up to move it, would open as freely as any others. It would be
Oh.
very similarly mirrored to the door through which you'd entered. Also of the same good rich wood. But no, it's not locked at all. In fact, it doesn't even possess one.
Oh
It's
wow.
latched, but opens freely.
Okay, I'll just close it again after.
Don't you fucking assume my puzzle.
Well, this is strange. I mean, if I were a statue,
Arvis isn't
I
even
would
in the
not
room.
like.
Arvis still in the doorway, like,
Barkbeard.
Yeah. Yes.
I need
yes.
a boost. I need a boost.
Ah, yes. Quiet. There you go.
I'm on Barkbeard's shoulders because I'm a very small tree.
You've been boosted this entire campaign.
Oof.
So yes.
Okay.
You're just standing up there.
When
Yep.
you get him up probably
Okay.
to eye level with this statue of a shepherd.
Yeah, I'm identifying it.
Yeah, he's still using his cantrips to detect magic, and he's
I'm
doing
doing
some
stuff.
work up here.
Oh, okay. Good.
All right, you got 10 minutes. I want to be in
So-
this creepy room with statues longer than I have to.
What are the well, Barkbeard's kind of holding Ara up as he does his work for the 10 minutes identifying this. Selwyn and Arabis, what are you two doing?
I suppose Arbus could just patch him up, right? They have surface level wounds.
You could
I-
treat them while they're doing whatever the hell they're doing.
I think mine is since we leveled up. I don't think because we haven't rested, so didn't put my.
Yeah, I could do that, but I'm drawn to the center thing. I want to take a look at that first.
Okay.
This isn't even your god.
Yeah, looking down
I
at it,
know.
it looks pretty much identical to the carving you saw in the atrium of Moonstone Hall in the first place. It's that same winged eye with the beams of golden light radiating out from the underside. Just a smaller version sculpted onto the top of this raised area across the center of the room.
Nothing
And,
nothing special about it.
yeah, it doesn't appear to register any kind of magic or anything to your reader. It appears to be fully non-magical. It's just a decorative piece, as far as you can tell. Roll me a perception check, because you are seeking after all.
Yes. 23.
Looking down at this and just kind of looking around at it, you can tell the inscriptions on the north and southern side of this dais, though you don't speak the language. It uses the same letters as Taldane, as Taldane was kind of a natural evolution. You can tell whatever it is repeated on both sides. It's not two different phrases. And Selwyn, while you're kind of standing here with nothing else to do, why don't you roll me what would probably be a society check.
All right. Say no more, friend. I ain't no shit. That's a 13.
Looking down at these inscriptions, because as you knew, this northern door is just kind of what's in front of you. It is again like Latin to English. Some of the words are close enough that you can guesstimate kind of a general thing. It definitely mentions Erodin, and it appears to be some kind of a psalm or simple prayer. There's something that seems like it's mentioning a blessing, and something that is either teamwork or sharing. But you can't put together a ton of it, really. Over that 10 minutes, Ara, what are you using to try to identify this, and what's your modifier?
Nature, and it is.
I don't know why I keep asking all the primal casters what they use to
13.
identify things. It's always nature. It's always nature. 13?
13.
Smart plant.
We say this.
Alrighty. So after 10 minutes of sorting through this, you can tell that though there is some sort of a powerful enchantment across these statues individually, it's less an individual. This is one spell. This is one woven magic that is spread between the 12 statues standing in this room. It's not separate individual enchantments on each of the things, though you can't determine exactly what it is. You can determine that it is certainly divine, it's religious in nature, and that the property is vaguely transmutative. But you also realize that there are other subtler auras in this room. Quite a few of them, actually. As you're working over the statue of this shepherd here, you would be able to determine as well that there is a separate enchantment a very mild aura of necromantic magic over the woolen mask that it bears. And that magic appears to be something that would establish a link. Establish a link between two creatures or two spirits, binding their fates somewhat together.
I relay that to someone. A little bit of a loss of words. It's super creepy.
Right. Do you believe?
And all the statues are bounded by the same spell or something.
Right.
Are all of the masks magical then? Every one?
With
Yeah.
your read aura, you would be able to determine that every one of the masks is magical, each of them carrying a different, distinct enchantment.
Ah, all different.
You'd have 12
Maybe
statues,
we're
10 masked with 10 different enchantments.
maybe they're just missing 2 masks. I mean, maybe we're just really looking into this. Maybe we should clear out the rest of this and see if we find 2 more masks, and then we can just put them on the thing, and then it'll snip snap. There we go.
Yeah.
So-
Maybe we should just leave the creepy mask room.
Don't
It's
disagree.
Sorry.
you've met
Or
a
maybe
terrible fate.
some masks needs to be switched. I don't know.
It's a lot of
But if we
thinking.
find, it is a lot of thinking, and if we do happen to find 2 masks while we're down here, then better to us, and then we can come back here and have a better idea of what we're trying to do. Yes, quite.
Yeah.
Yes, quite.
Before
Good.
we move on, though, I mean, a quick 10 minutes. I could look at everybody now and top everybody off. I
You
imagine.
could have done that while they
That was-
were looking over the statues, because unless you were like absorbed by this symbol.
I
of
wasn't
Rogue, 'cause-
absorbed. I was just curious about
Okay,
it.
because they did just spend 10 minutes doing that identification, so like I
Yeah.
imagine at some point you would have realized there's really nothing for you to find here, and then you could have done that perfectly fine. And everyone's well enough that you'd certainly be able to top the party off without
Okay.
us needing to like make any checks or anything. So you guys are barely missing any health. Like Bryn said, it might honestly be because the character leveled up. Then you just raised the max HP and not the current HP. But whatever it
Good
is,
point.
you're topped off now.
Okay.
So opening
So what
this,
did you say was in here, someone?
Sorry.
Did you say there's something in her? Nothing in here? Did you see?
Oh,
Could you
yeah,
see in here?
I barely opened the door and closed it again. I thought it was gonna be locked.
Oh.
You didn't even get it open. You just were playing with the handle like, oh shit. Just closed it again. You didn't
It
expect
opens.
it to open.
I don't believe it opens.
Someone,
Yes.
What?
do you think that this will stop the trog stench? And I shoved the rag back in her face.
No, I do not.
I mean,
don't know.
it couldn't hurt. I feel like that's a kind of nice aroma. I mean, grapes are, rather nice.
Give it to Barkbeard.
Perfect. I will drape it over my head.
So, as you open this door here, this one appears to lead into a much larger area. The western side of which, whether it was the wall of a hallway once, appears to have collapsed entirely away into an enormous natural cavern. And as you come forth into it, you can see that this now just descends off a wide maw into the darkness, further even than this light now can illuminate, with a simple ramp about halfway up, leading down to a lower area. Your light washing across filthy nests, old cold fire pits, and broken tools, bedrolls, and tents abound, showing where once hundreds of trogs must have camped.
Wow.
A mishmash of massive imprints all throughout the camp and across the ground bear witness to the dozens of various beasts and dinosaurs of all kinds of sizes and purposes they had brought with them when they arrived.
And is this so we can't see the other, like the back end of it?
No, this
It's
is
like
a
a
huge
cavern?
natural cave that it just goes down into the earth. The base level of Moonstone Hall was about 100 feet below ground. You're probably like 130 now, so you're well beneath the surface, and this just continues down even further.
This is a very odd place, I say. Very odd place. Well, I guess you'll have to come back to this later again also. I feel like a lot of these things we're going to have to come back to.
Yeah, I agree.
Seems like there was an
cursory
awful
stage
lot of
1
them.
adventure right now. We're
I
just
hope
getting the
Zerg
lay
is
of the land.
okay.
I know
If
signs of
Zerg
Zerg,
saw
yeah.
how, yes, if he saw this place and how many things there were at one point, I feel like he would faint from glee. So I feel like it's probably good that he did not come in here.
He probably would have ran down into the hole looking for him, and then we
Actually,
would
that
never saw
may be
him
where
again.
he is. That's true. He could actually have gone that direction.
Zergbatsky, are you down there?
And your voice just echoes through
I
this
think he
deep
would-
cavern, almost certainly connecting down to the dark lands below with how far beneath the earth you already are.
I
Oh,
think he went right and not left.
oh, this is where the troggs came in.
Yes, well. That is rather,
Hmm.
that's rather suspicious. That seems like awful lot of people.
Well,
I guess,
I'm having
Arthur-
a hard time dragging my token.
What do you mean, awful lot of people? Sorry, coming in.
just an awful lot of people around here. I would say there's lots of footprints, but we want to go east or
No,
north.
as you move up here to another pair of doors that seem to connect more properly back into the normal areas of Moonstone Hall, you can hear a massive ruckus coming from this northern hall above. What appears to be absolutely enormous, heavy pounding of some kind and the grating of massive stones against each other. To your right, this other door, you don't really hear much of anything.
Does it sound like a fight?
It does not, no. It sounds like a frickin' oil pump. Like, it's huge. And it sounds like a massive hammer the size of a building slamming stone floors and, like, rooms being dragged over the top of each other.
Oof.
This room sounds
that
interesting.
Yes. Well,
I
this,
think be ready for a fight.
yeah, sure. Sounds like a plan to me. I am ready. I'm ready for a fight. Hopefully,
I
we
am
can.
always
Now this
ready.
this door is carved of stone rather than of worked wood, and while it is not particularly large itself, it does have two sides. It's a solid double door. Like much else in Moonstone Hall, the face of it you can see is emblazoned with the eye of a rodent, the carved beams of that light emanating down to the base of the door, the floor below you. But it doesn't seem like it has any kind of a latch or lock or anything either. Again, it's not like they really made this place to be difficult to get around.
True.
Well, I guess I'll just open it up and see what's on the other side.
All right, so a lot of stuff.
Oh,
As you open the door here, the grating stone giving way to a small balcony and a short flight of stairs leading down to what appears to be the ground floor of a crypt. The stone railing has been destroyed, and you can see it knocked onto the floor a few feet below, where an enormous dinosaur with a huge frill behind its head and massive curved horns is currently yoked with a large kind of makeshift leather harness that is latched up to the top of one of these large stone sarcophagi on the side of the room. The creature using its enormous bulk to haul the lid off of this thing. The sound of grating stone you'd heard from outside. A trog with a bright pink, almost feathered frill coming from the back of his head is sat atop a saddle on the back of this creature, just kind of guiding it as it backs up, hauling this thing. As the door grates open, they don't immediately notice you. They're busy doing some work. A couple of other trogs at the far end of the room, however, are quick to point and call out your position as the Triceratops rider turns your direction as well, quickly urging the dinosaur to turn towards the door.
How's it hanging?
I'm gonna need you guys to roll me some initiative.
All right, but first, I'm gonna spook this dinosaur.
As part of initiative?
Uh-huh. Battle cry.
Oh, baby! What do you got?
29.
29, you say. That's pretty solid. I'm almost positive that succeeds. Let me take a look real quick.
Oh, wow. You guys are ready to go.
That does in fact succeed. I mean, understandably, he opened the door to a fucking 20-foot Triceratops. Like,
Yeah.
and it looks like this thing could easily reach you from where it is. All of you. This is the conversation that we had during Age of Ashes yesterday, where it's kind of difficult to really appreciate how big large creatures are, because the space of its token here is just the area that's completely impassable due to its bulk. This thing takes up the majority of the room. This Triceratops is easily 20 feet. Probably.
To be fair, this guy isn't even large. He's huge.
He's huge.
He's
He's
huge.
huge. And yeah, the party got some sick initiative rolls because ain't nobody fucking with the Triceratops right now. All right, let me add on all of our friends here. And let me roll all of our friends here. All right, so 2 dinguses in the corner who are kind of paying attention, who noticed. I don't think I've ever seen that specifically before. Well, everyone's very ready for this fight.
Oh, great.
I just rolled 2d20 to mentally add and got 2 20s. I don't think I've ever just rolled a pair of d20s when they were. I mean, it's better they will get those than the Triceratops and the Riders. So I mean,
Yeah.
blessings counted. Triceratops, pretty upsetty. It's also fairly yoked in. And the Rider, one of these kind of interesting situations where I got step looks all over the PDF. Oh, also quite swift.
Everyone's itching for a fight.
Everyone is super ready for this. All right, that actually sorted the correct way. That's perfect. So Arbus, as this door opens and Selwyn lets forth a battle cry here, kind of spooking the Triceratops a little bit, who thunders a step or like a half step back away from the door. You still in this kind of heightened awareness. You're the first to notice. The react, rather. I guess everyone kind of noticed. It's hard not to notice.
I'm gonna hold out my hand towards the dinosaur. Stop.
Stop.
Stop it.
I am the Stormborn. I know you can understand me. You're a majestic creature. You helped me kill your masters. I will set you free.
So you can try to.
Simple, mate. I'm trying to make an
Okay.
impression with my wild empathy on the dinosaur.
Okay. All right. Give me a diplomacy.
Excellent.
I am going to session reroll that.
He's impressed. That's a 1.
That is not, I don't want him to spit at me after I'm done. Okay. Let's try that.
So-
That's much better.
Better.
26, as he's kind of attached and spurred up here and turning towards the door. He seems to be pretty upset and pretty well under the control of the trog that is riding him. And it does not seem like he is really going to listen.
Do I get? I mean, does that go both ways? Do I? Probably because he's under control. I'm just all right. Never mind. I'm just talking to myself at this point, I guess.
Well, I'd say he's still got 2 actions left. You start to talk to it quickly and realize that's getting nowhere as it turns towards you.
I will. Don't kill the dinosaur to the team.
Hey, Zerg's not here!
It
might happen.
work.
I'm killing the dinosaur.
We have a problem.
I might move. I'm gonna move back because this is. Yeah. over here somewhere.
Come around the corner a little way, like please,
Yeah.
please no. Okay.
Kind of like around the corner, yeah.
All right. Gives you about one action left, probably.
Just sort of tuck in with my shield in case something big happens.
Alrighty. So as the Trog here tries to spur the Triceratops around, you can tell that the Triceratops is pretty hindered by this harness it's wearing, and it's kind of having difficulty actually getting wheeled around to face you properly. The rider, however, as he's kind of gotten his wisdom across, turns quickly, pulls one hand back, and hisses out, "Pila Flamai!" and flings a red bomb of magic into the group of you. Where it obviously explodes into a fireball.
I like that spell.
And this is going to be centered right to here.
Oh,
Rude.
And it's about yay big.
what is this?
That's
What is
neat.
this?
What is that?
So that's going to catch everybody. I made a reflex save from
this?
everyone. Told you I got some new stuff in here.
I got cover.
That ain't catching shit.
Thought I had cover over here, man.
You just kind of toss it in the hallway. You can see the center of it is the center of the explosion. I'll give you lesser cover. You got a +1
Okay, reflex, right? Okay.
reflex, yeah.
Yeah. So
32.
32.
Okie dokie. So Soen and Arbus are going to take half of this.
Not true.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
evasion?
Oh, evasion. If I succeeded, that's a crit success.
oh, so you're gonna take nothing from this.
Yeah, I'm hiding behind R.
Not today. The points protect me. And
Unless you
both of
still-
them definitely failed, so they're both taking all of it.
Oh no.
It's going to be 26 points of fire damage onto the Leshies and 13 onto Arbus.
Nice.
And then
Hot.
the Trog is going to lean down from his saddle and start undoing the harness from the Triceratops that's attaching it to the massive coffin lid in front of it. Trying to kind of free him from this. Ara.
I don't get a cool template, but right here.
Here you
I
go.
can't
You
see
throw-
that. I can't see the other guys, so I'm just assuming they're going to be in range of that.
You throw a
Unless
fireball
I
right
can
back.
have- Yeah. So
Doesn't get a
unless I
cool
can have,
template, he says. Doesn't get a cool template, he says.
unless Barkbeard has vision on them, he can call them out to me. But
It's actually
I
this big. I pulled the wrong template for the last one, I believe. Because it's oh no, I had the right one.
it's
Okay, it's,
yeah,
they're measured by
it's a-
I just got these, so I'm trying to figure out if they're. It says 20 feet. That's the radius, not the total area. So I was right. I had the right one. So it'll be yay big.
I'm assuming that gets the whole room,
That is absolutely.
and it's a 4th level fireball.
Yeah, you can pretty easily just center that and get the
Whoa.
entire room with it. I got all these cool magic effects on Arkenforge, and Roll20's magic effects are way less good, but they're still there and they're still neat. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna make a bunch of reflex saves.
The
With me,
DC
sir.
should not be 23.
Yeah, I'm
but-
positive
It
it's
should be
higher.
25,
25 because
yeah.
you didn't change your DC to expert, I don't think.
Yeah, it says 25 on my sheet. So
That's odd.
Alrighty, so the leaders, the one that you have in the middle of the room here is kind of half in the coffin, and that kind of protects him from the worst of it, because he's going to get a 25. The other one's going to get 18, and he's going to eat all of it. So it's 38 fire damage.
38 fire
You haven't
damage.
even seen this dude yet, and he's 90% dead already.
That's a
You
pretty
can
great
see-
roll.
There's a
Well,
health bar. That's pretty good. This guy is going to take
That's our Leshy.
19 of that. The rider. Kind of on a Triceratops. He's busy trying to undo that harness, and he is going to take all of it as well. Taking 38 damage. Oh man, I'm gonna give you so many health bars right now. And a Triceratops, who at the moment is still clumsy 1 because he's got a harness on him.
And frightened one.
And a frightened 1, so his is down by 2. It's actually going to succeed by sheer girth. Sheer absolute girth.
Boy.
Healthy
We're going
boy.
to take 19. So 2 successes, 2 failures.
And then on the dude riding,
Yes.
I'm gonna produce or elemental toss on him
Yeah,
for
give him
26 to hit.
that tosser.
Second handful of fire, go. Okie dokie. For a 26 is going to hit him. He's just like a naked dude riding a Triceratops.
There's a
And
picture.
those 2 blast one after the other. Do a pretty decent job of near knocking him out of his seat. Barkbeard.
Nobody outfires me.
Yeah, how dare you? I am going to kind of get my shield in the middle of this door here. So I'm going to raise my shield, kind of get a good grip on the ground here, get into my stance, and then I am going to take cover.
Oh no!
Wait for the onslaught.
Oh my god!
Here comes a dinosaur! So this trog here, absolutely horrified by whatever just happened, is going to jump over here and completely out of sight around the corner in the darkness. Whereas the other one is going to reach and pull a great axe off of his back with one hand, a javelin with the other, and just kind of throw it past the Triceratops towards the weird pile of shrubbery it can see opening the door. And weird pile of shrubbery. This javelin's gonna fly at you for a 25.
And it clinks off totally harmlessly. And it gets kind of wedged in between the door and my shield.
All right, and then the Triceratops here is going to shrug itself completely free of the harness after the mage has let loose a lot of it, and is going to turn towards the doorway and just real upset about the general concept of everyone that happens to be here. First attack is going to be towards Barkbeard, second attack is going to be towards Selwyn as he really just kind of slams his head into the doorway, hitting both of you, or swinging at both of you with his horns.
So, how do reactions work in 2E?
What do you mean?
We've had
I mean,
to
do we
take
get
a
him?
turn.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, as you haven't come to your turn yet, you generally can't use them unless it's like a fight that you've been preparing to, because you haven't reacted yet, basically. So, Barkbeard's getting the first. He's frightened, so it's gonna be at a -1. One horn slamming towards you for also a 25.
And it's a pretty solid. I've got pretty good leverage here.
And one horn slamming towards Selwyn for... I need to spend villain points. I have way too many villain points. I'm not spending any of them.
Come on, man, don't bore me.
So there's one from Link 1429. One of the 4 from Link 1429 that I'll go ahead and throw out here. That's going to be a 29 towards Selwyn.
That hits.
And he will strike you for 18 points of piercing damage, and just the sheer heft of the blow will knock you to the ground.
Right.
Then it is your turn. He mad.
All right. Rude.
He makes that noise as he jams his head in the doorway.
I think he's
Grading
shit
metal,
talking you.
yes.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Well. This is a problem. Fella, stand up. First action.
Okay. Triceratops is not a particularly fast creature. Attacks of opportunity and not a thing in its repertoire.
Alright, that's nice. How far up is this guy?
Well, the floor of the crypt is about 5 feet below you, and the Triceratops is about 15 feet tall. So he's probably about 10 feet above you. Basically at the ceiling. Like, he could touch the ceiling.
Right.
He's way up there.
In which case, I would like to attempt to hit him with a secondary projectile.
Okie dokie.
Session reroll. Starting off great.
Oh no!
Awesome.
No, you can't have it for 2 sessions in a row. That's against like the International Geneva Convention. But as you fling it up there, it is the Triceratops is still going to use his reaction because it's on the attack. As that thing flies up, the Triceratops pulls its head back and kind of rears up, putting its frill in the way, deflecting the hit away from the rider.
Well, that's me.
Arbus.
Move back out of the little cover area here, get a better sight line on what's going on. I'm gonna start swirling my hands together like this. Dark cloud appears above the rider's head, and with a bright flash and a loud crack, tempest surge on his skull.
Alrighty. So rider. You get a reflex save up in here.
Basic reflex.
It's gonna be a 27. Gonna pass, kind of barely, but gonna pass.
Just barely. Half a 19.
That will be 9 points of electric damage.
Yeah.
And with this door open here now, and the moment for everyone to react, after the initial shock wears off, the wave of horrible trog stink washes through the doorway, and I need everybody to make me a fortitude save. Artemis, you're actually even in range of this.
I'm far enough away, you mean?
No, you are in range of this.
Oh, I am in range. Okay.
Oh,
We're
he's
all
gonna
distracted by the Triceratops.
continue the trend.
1 to 2.
Alright, so everybody fails. And everybody is going to be sickened 1. As the adrenaline surge can only really protect you from that for so long. The rider mounted up is going to turn, readying another spell, Fulmin Pestilum, and kind of in return to your attack, blasts a surge of lightning down into the doorway. It is going to crack through Selwyn and Ara. I need reflex saves from you two.
I need him to stop that, please.
Right.
I'm highly conductive.
Right.
So, what we got? I'm going to say
27.
27? Is that what's second?
26 was second.
Ara?
29. 29.
Both of you pass. Which
Great, we
means
pass.
that Selwyn once again has taken nothing here. Spell dipping champion of Earth. But this is going to do half to Ara still. Which is, let me go look, because I know lightning bolt damage actually changed. It's weird. It's D12s now is what it is.
It's scary.
Yeah, they made everything different, so it's not just varying buckets of reflavored D6s. I know it was different, but I don't remember exactly what it was. And this is going to surge down, impacting the ground about here near Arvis with a spray of sparks. Not harming you, just, you know, there. So you're going to take a total of 13 then, Ara.
Ouchie.
And then with another quick cantrip, a magical shield is going to pop up in front of the caster. Ara.
How tall is this room?
It's about 20 feet from floor to ceiling, so 15 feet up from where you are, 20 feet down from the ground at the bottom of the stairs.
Okie dokie. I'm actually going to cast. Shoot, what's it called? Elemental motion.
Fireball?
Fireball.
Fireball.
I
You know
believe
what?
it's Fireball.
It's fireball again.
Right there. Yeah, you're right. Fireball.
I talked him into it.
All right, so as you go to just cast another fire spell there, the mage on the back of the Triceratops raises their hands in an attempt to counter it.
Okay.
What?
Well,
Which
It's
I have
that
to roll
fireball.
for.
Oh.
So
It is
what
that
is your? It's I guess like just against your spell DC. I'm pretty sure. So it'd be the normal 25.
Yeah, probably 25. I would
yeah, it's
think.
the 25.
There's like a specific roll for it. I'll look at that real quick.
It's the DC, but the target DC, which I assume is the DC of the spell for a caster. And I'm gonna villain point
Yeah,
that
cast
one.
the DC.
Yep, use another one from Link 1429, because again, I've got a big old pile of those. And with a 32, as you weave the magic, he weaves it out, counterspelling your fireball.
All right. Well, you know what? Screw him. Session reroll.
Darn.
Oh no!
Oh my
no.
god. Close
You
the
cannot
door,
act in anger, Padawan. Oh, and another quick toss. The Triceratops, not really understanding it can block magic, is going to kind of let this one go, but it's going to fly away regardless. Barkbeard.
This is going great so far, I would say. I am going to. So how high are these stairs? Can I just jump off? I'm going like up here, kind of thing. Can I
It
just
would
go
be
straight?
a 5-foot drop, which you would. I believe you can take a 5-foot. I think it's 10 or more, so it makes you actually fall and take damage. So you
It
could
is, yeah.
just hop down, but it would be your like hopping down. Do you want to just go to right there and in there?
Well, no, I was planning on going around the other side.
I think to mantle down 5 feet there is basically gonna take you like 10 feet of movement.
Okay. 10 feet of movement. But
But
I
with
can
your
keep going.
35, you could still get around him like to here.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I want to go over there, and I'm going to kind of taunt just as I walk by, just like look like a hooligan, you know, as plants do.
Dance around the bunch.
And then I will block a shield block, and then shink down below it again.
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! As you come into the room, you can see this first of the
other
trogs
guy.
here in the back has just dove behind one of the crypts and was just cowering after the first fireball had exploded. But seeing the rest, or seeing you come up into the room, whoopsies, that's my audio mix, so you don't need that. Seeing you come into the room here, he is going to draw forth some courage, pull out his great axe, hop over this, and rush forward, thirsty for blood, climbing up onto this crypt with his third action. The other one
Okay.
already has his great axe in hand and is going to come forward towards the doorway because he's not the best at, planning. And it's just asking to get impaled by a Triceratops. But it's not going to be before he takes at least a swing or two at Selwyn with this great axe. And he is going to swing out. Gets your AC second, but it's a 17.
Wait, before you roll,
Oh,
because I have something for this.
we have
Yes. I'll look at him, give him the puppy eyes, and say in undercommon, please don't. For a 28. And I'm using my empathetic plea.
What did I do? That's gonna succeed. So what happens on a success?
He takes a -4 to all damage rolls against me.
Okay. Well, he's gonna get a 17. And
Dash out that
I
way.
guess it's feeling particularly bad. You speak undercommon and he's caught off guard and kind of pulls the swing and just sleeps it wide. And then he's gonna step past you to turn towards Aro with this big ol' felling axe. But he doesn't have another action to swing it again. The Triceratops is going to wheel around towards Barkbeard. Pretty upset. Pretty upset. And it's got a lot of space here, realistically. You're just kind of in the room with it, and as it wheels around, as it's facing the other direction, it doesn't seem like it can easily reorient itself in this space. So he is just going to kind of back up into this corner, stamping up over you, and I need a reflex save.
Okay, game.
He's just trying to smooch.
Not great. That would be a 22.
22 is going to fail. So you are going to take 21 points of bludgeoning damage as he tramples over you.
Okay.
And then you pick where you get shunted to from here, basically.
I will get just shunted over here. It's fine.
Okay, it's eking out over the top of this coffin. And Selwyn, it's his whole action to fucking stomp around backwards over back.
Yeah. Well, I'll give him the. I was merely pretending. I'll check him.
Clever ruse.
I'll hit him with
Clever
the twin fate. Haven't had one of those in a while.
You're falling for my ploy, fool!
Fucking idiot. For a 24 to hit.
24 is gonna catch him.
For 10 damage.
The 23 second, but still. 23 definitely still
Oh, yeah,
catches him.
sorry. And then once more in a maneuver that hasn't been seen in a couple of sessions because I usually have someone flanking with me. I'll try to jam the sword up through his jaw. You know, like the execution from Doom? Like the glory kill where you just fucking blades up through the jaw? Yeah.
Just staple his jaw shut.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I will hero point that one because that is a 5 on the roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotta use him, right? 31 against his flat-footed.
Wow,
Well,
Jesus.
Yeah,
both
finally.
of those hit and killed him. Both of those rolls.
Hell yeah.
But you said you used a hero point, right? So you're down to 3.
Well, yeah, because the first attack would have actually been a 17. Because I rolled as a first attack.
Okay, yeah, that would have
why,
actually missed. All right, fair
Yeah,
enough. But
yeah.
with that strike there, you will do the thing that you said.
Yeah.
And leave him just kind of slump into the ground before he can even realize the mistake he made. He barely kind of turns around, looks at you for a second after that first swipe, and just an undercommon, why? What? And you stab him. And he just kind of slumps down to the ground. I actually thought one action left.
I have one action. Yeah. And I would like to point a bloody dagger at this person up here. And say you're next. In
Bitch, you took your next.
Whoa.
Yeah. No, I didn't take your next. No, I don't.
Oh,
that's
that's
a
your third
class feat.
action, right? It's just
I'm just using a third action to say you're next.
Okay,
I'm
I was
pretending
like,
like
wait,
I
hold
have
on.
it.
All right, give me your intimidate.
Yeah.
Spook this man.
What the hell? This is bullshit. Why am I rolling
not
so many
fair.
ones?
You have so much intimidation.
Aravis. You have 20 on a natural 1, by the way. Can we talk about that for a second?
Oh, look, I'm a very
Aravis.
scary gnome.
Okay. I'm going to step up to behind Aura here. And I'm gonna bring up both my hands up behind my back here, and then like this, and then just pull forward. And as I do, water just sort of appears out of nowhere, a giant wave, as I throw a hydraulic torrent at the dinosaur and the rider.
And you
Okay.
also hit this little guy up here.
Well, I think it's just a straight line.
The straight line.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
It's a straight line spell. So yeah, you can shoot it up at the dinosaur and the rider. And they make a fortitude save. Okay, big old dinosaur. It's pretty okay at those on
Yeah.
account of being a big old dinosaur. He is going to get a 27. So what is that?
Yeah, just.
It's a basic fortitude save, so he still takes half.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And the rider, markedly less bad at them, or less good at them rather. Gonna get 31 though. He's got a Triceratops
Jesus.
in the way, but still 13 damage to each of them. I still did 26 damage, and that near unseats him.
Almost. That was the plan. Darn
That's a
it.
good plan.
So he's gonna turn as this Triceratops kind of starts sort of backing up here, He's gonna turn, kind of spurring it with his heels, and call out in an undercomment, "No! Charge! Charge!" and point over towards the door before turning his attention back down towards the weird little shrubbery in front of him and pulling his hands up, "Vis agitum!" and sending down a flurry of magical bolts at you, whereas you have basically entirely disappeared behind your shield. He's just going to throw a salvo of these darts that whirl and twist around it, ignoring it entirely. And you are going to take...
I like that spell.
19 points of force damage as 6 bolts slam into you.
Okay.
Ara. He puts his full focus into that, so his shield drops.
Good. I'm gonna toss more fire at him with a produce flame.
Can't counterspell that one, idiot. 28 will definitely hit.
Yeah, 28.
Yep, he takes 19 points of fire damage, and he could not take another one of those.
In a surprising twist, raise shield.
Oh, that is a surprising twist.
Oh, that's a very surprising twist. Barkbeard.
Okay, so I see this strapping young fellow next to me. I'm going to slowly just kind of encircle him with branches, just grabbing and just squeezing down, kind of crushing some life out of him, you know, the usual stuff.
Grab the lad.
So that's oof. I've kind of, I may want a session reroll that. That's,
Oh my god, you're using a reroll?
I know.
It's not even a resource, but we're still impressed.
There you go.
I know. Okay, so 27.
The 22
grab.
succeeded, but the 27 also succeeds.
Oh, yeah, 27's
Okay, well,
cooler.
I'm glad it. Yeah. So I'll grab. He takes 4 damage.
It almost kills him with just the crushing damage.
And then I don't really have to do this, but I feel like doing this anyways. And then I'm going to just slap him on the head of the beast next to me.
Okay.
I'm going to.
impale him.
So that's just a good old hit there. With a falling stone strike. This is second area, so mine is 5. So
It's definitely still gonna hit and just kill him as you slam him into the height of the Triceratops.
and then as I still have him held, I am going to yeet him at the rider.
Oh god, you sacrificed that fucking truck to the entity?
And which does not have 36 to
So-
yeet him at the rider. I don't
Are
care
you-
if it knocks the rider off, but I just am throwing him as hard as I can towards the beast and rider.
Okay, so what's the difference between your attack and your athletics modifier? Are they the same?
My athletics is 17 and my attack is 15.
Okay, so drop that, look, because this could do things. Drop that by 2 for the difference to 24, and then drop it by 10.
But if
or is it
it's
34?
attack, yeah,
Drop
if
it by
it's an attack,
10.
then it'll look at the.
Yeah, drop it by 10 to a 24. Drop it by 2 for being an improvised weapon, and it exactly hits him.
Aha! Yeah.
So
yeah,
roll
fine.
me. You're throwing an entire body. So let's go D8 plus strength.
Okay, so D8 plus 4, so that is 12. No, I mean 10. That's what I meant. 10. That's how numbers work. Not to worry, guys. I know how numbers work.
And it's gonna smack into the mage up top and knock both of the bodies down, collapsing on either side behind the Triceratops, crumpled and,
then-
broken.
Honor that.
And then I'm going to run. And I'm going to, let's see here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Ooh, that won't get me out of the room. I'm going to run and jump into one of these. I run over and jump into one of them, trying to get underground. Hopefully there's a bottom.
Okay. I mean, it is just a sarcophagus, yes. So you hop into a sarcophagus it's maybe 3 feet or so high, so you got some solid cover from it. But
I'm also very short, so that works out good.
this Triceratops kind of managing to wheel itself around the corner, and now its rider falling off is just going to stampede into the center of the room, reaching out, smashing its entire, like not even impaling with its horns, just smashing its horns and its frill down on the edge of the coffin, trying to hit you. So you have cover, which is a +2. And he's gonna slam down at you for a freaking hero point, because I'm really sick of this dude. Has rolled only single digits. He's rolled nothing but single digits in his
Oh, I
attack
wonder what
rolls.
that's like.
I
That must
know.
be
Come
hard.
on, you fucking dinosaur. All right, give me one of Zurich 17's hero points here. Do a thing. Well, that does have 2 digits by the strictest possible definition. 29.
That does actually hit. It's just I don't have my shield raised. I'm in cover, but I don't have my shield raised.
It's strong enough that it's going to crack through some of the stone and catch you with this. Slamming you for 15 points of bludgeoning damage and knocking you prone before
That's much better for me, as I'm further away from it.
rears back up and tries to slam down again. So you cover and you're prone kind of negate each other, so it's just going to be your regular AC. And he is going to smash a second time for a 17. Yeah, you're down in the coffin and he can't get his horns. Like, now he's just slamming onto the edge of it, spraying you with shards of rock and throwing dust and powder into the air as he rampages. But Selwyn.
Sorry about the
Barkbeard.
light.
Would you like to fight him so I can stab him into soft spots? And I'll hold. I'll hold until after Barkbeard.
Okay, Aravis.
Well, now that I'm in complete darkness,
You are, as Barkbeard
Sorry
dives into a
about
coffin.
that.
Realistically, as Barkbeard dives into a freaking coffin, that's the actual life situation.
Sorry.
I cast light on myself, and just the pale blue cracks in her skin will just start to glow a pale blue light. That's how I light up the place, I guess.
Now your
Ooh.
smile lights up the place.
Aw, she's sweet.
Wait, did the door close?
Did it?
I am in complete darkness.
I can't see a thing.
Oh, I don't think I have Arbus, because I don't have Arbus, as everyone can see it. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
So why isn't Barkbeard still alight?
Because he's in a coffin.
Oh, right. Is it
The
closed?
light's only going straight up. It's not illuminating the doorway anymore.
I
We have
actually,
Arbus now.
I don't know where Barkbeard went, legit, and in the game, so I have no idea what coffin he's in. So,
Well, you'd see a Triceratops slamming his face into the ground, ravaging something to your
Oh,
left
okay.
and around the corner.
that's
It's
a
a
pretty good
safe bet that
indication.
he's rampaging on Barkbeard.
He's doing that, and I'm standing in the hallway going, no, now stop it! And then I'm gonna try to battle medicine aura. It's just, he's looking a little rough at the moment, so.
Give me a medicine check.
Where are we at with that? Okay.
Do you want to try the big boy DC?
Oh,
Do
that's
it.
right. Can I do the big boy one? Yeah, now that I'm
If you're a
master.
master,
Yeah.
you can do the big boy DC.
I didn't even look to see what the difference is. Let's do
DC
it. Let's
30.
just,
It goes
DC
to
30.
2d8 plus 30. It adds a flat 20 onto the amount healed.
here, let's just.
Oh, wow.
You know, I'm gonna roll a hero point on that. So,
All right.
you know, they only have so many.
It was another 19, by the way.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Why does this keep happening?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
That's at 35.
35.
It's gonna heal R for 2d8 plus 30.
Whew.
As your absolute mastery of medicine is becoming.
That
Actually, wait. Shandy,
That-
did you take the? Wait, no, that's an 8. Never mind. Yeah.
What?
This is the
38
thing we
health.
discussed.
Yeah.
For the
38.
tiny nugget.
that puts me 1 point shy of my temporary max.
Tape his arms back on.
Ah, that's much better.
Alright. Ara.
Barkbeard, are you okay?
I'm
I think Mark-
fine. Fine.
Someone.
Totally fine.
I think Barkbeard said we should just close the door and leave.
That seems like a good
What?
idea.
No, I'm fine, but not that fine.
I think he's dead. We're
Yeah,
hitting
I'm
his
pretty
ghost.
sure. Sorry, Arbus. I'm gonna produce flame at the dinosaur.
It was probably pissed from the fireball to begin with.
For a
And the crashing
29.
Do you remember in the first
I didn't
session
move.
when I actually saved an animal? It was the best.
Remember that one
Have we killed
time
that
I
animal?
saved an animal?
That one time.
Wait,
Never
which
happened.
animal? Didn't we
29.
kill that?
The snakes
29
got
will
away.
hit.
For
Oh,
17
right, yeah.
fire damage.
Alrighty.
And then I'm gonna actually retch, or whatever a plant does to get over sickened.
Yep, make me a fortitude save.
I don't know. Put water on
It's
my
hard
roots.
for plants to retch.
Especially when you don't have a mouth.
Yeah,
or
it's hard to
stomach.
stabilize from sicken when you can't retch, so you're not gonna quite overcome it.
I have no mouth and I must vomit.
Barkbeard.
I go to put the fingers in the mouth and it's like,
I'm
How
going
you
to
doing, buddy?
stand up, kind of, peek up at this giant dinosaur. Yeah, this should be fine. I'm going to run over, get out, climb out, and run. Can I climb out and run?
Yeah, you can. These are small enough. You can kind of vault it, clamber up on top of this one. Just
Okay.
as one move.
And then I'm like, hello there, sir. And I'm going to flurry of blows.
Hell yeah.
Let's see if we can't do some Demahogway.
Oh, wow.
Aha,
Y-
natural
yes.
20
Yes, you
for
can.
lots of damage.
all right. That's a good start. That's a solid start. So that is going to hit him for how much?
A lot. 18 times 2.
36?
That's 36.
Yes, yes, there you go.
36 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then I will try that again. With 26.
And 26 will catch him again.
And then I'll be like, well, please kill him immediately.
For how much?
15.
Hey, you know what? I'm pretty sure you've literally never added to your damage before.
What?
Forceful.
Does it have forceful?
Well, the thing that you click into chat when you do a falling stone strike claims you have forceful.
Oh, it does say forceful. Well, does forceful add things to it?
Yes. The forceful.
Well, I thought forceful, there's like forceful, non-lethal, unarmed. I thought it meant it was just like something that got through armor or something.
Well, all of them
I don't
do
know.
something.
I don't really know what.
Forceful adds flat damage. Your second attack has +1 damage per die, and your third attack has +2 damage per die. So that 15 is 17 because you do 2 additional damage
okay.
on your second strike.
Huh.
You
I think
donk
I
him
can
and you
figure out
donk
how
him
to put
again.
that in.
Yeah, the more you swing a turn, the more damage you do.
Yeah. You can probably just make a second attack where you ride forceful, just as you're using it.
All right, Selwyn.
Okay.
It actually doesn't matter if the first attack hit either. Just the fact that it's a second
Yeah.
attack gives it forceful.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna do the thing I swore I'd never do. I'll flank normally.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
I know,
that's it for us
disgusting
today,
pencil.
everybody, because clearly
Yep.
something has happened and Zenith really has to go. This is our pre-agreed upon distress signal.
I have to go all out just this once. And I'll yell over the fucking dinosaur. Thanks, Margaret. You're the best. For 33
Oh my
footed.
God.
33 is gonna hit his flat-footed. It's not going to
Or-
crit,
We're 29 damage.
but it's still gonna do 29 frickin' damage. And as you slice up this thing's ankles, you got one more in you.
Yep, I got one more in me. Please God.
Come on,
No. I'll hero point for the heroism.
come on!
Yeah, come on.
dare
One
you.
time. One time lucky. Brace and defeat. Brace and defeat.
One time lucky.
One time lucky.
How does this fight end, Selwyn?
Oh, I know just the thing. I'll do the reverse Legolas. I'll run up his tail and like slices as I'm going. Before I reach the head and like just punt the sword into it.
And Barkbeard, just
I am
before you're stricken down by
remarkably
this
happy
thing.
to see you. Yes, Selwyn, I've never been so glad to see someone running at me with a knife in my whole life. This
That's a
is
sword,
really
but
quite.
you know, This entire time I've been looking for the third trog, the one that ran up next to Selwyn. I completely forgot it went there because it didn't do anything.
No, you tried to hit me. I was like, no, please.
He did die largely immediately. But as this Triceratops finally just runs out of gas, collapsing to the ground with Selwyn's dramatic finish here. And all of you come down the stairs into the crypt around the corpse of this massive beast. You see a shimmering motion on the stairs above you, where you had just come down from. And Zool reappears.
Oh god.
Just from nowhere. Are running away immediately. Sending someone running away immediately.
I just ignore him. I put my hands on the dinosaur. Say a few words in Druidic.
Keep mocking me with that language.
Well, as far as she can tell, to be fair, it seems like you don't know most languages, so.
Don't say it that way.
Just all the ones you haven't run to, I guess. As you are doing your prayer here, Arabisul waits a moment before he speaks up. Well, I will admit some mixed degree of surprise and relief. You are capable indeed. And truth be told, it has been some time since last I saw you, Balatu. And you have grown much from the infant I once knew.
That's kind of how time works, buddy.
Turns past her, ignoring you completely, and points
Yeah,
towards
Selwyn too.
the corner of the room. What worldly possessions I once had are yours. I've no need of them further. And you hear grating stone as, seemingly of its own volition, the lid over one of the sarcophagi in the back of the hall just moves aside. It doesn't fall as its weight passes the fulcrum. It stays level and descends gently to the ground, sitting on the floor near silently. But I would ask that you respect mine and your peers in the way these trespassers would not. Sanctify and shelter their remains. They have taught you at least that much in your time, no?
I'll raise my hand.
I will
I
also
just-
raise my hand.
Fades away.
I raised the trog's hand.
sir.
This is bullshit. Why does she get all the cool dialogue? And I say that out loud.
So this,
Maybe you could answer the
this one that
statue
R is on
question.
right here,
Hmm.
this crypt would have slid open and its lid is now completely exposed.
Oh, neat. What's in it?
Inside, you would see the remains mummified in a cloth that matches the same green that Zul's ghost is adorned in. A body, held together, arms at its sides, buried with a few things. Around the outside of the mummy, an amethyst necklace has been lain, and on his chest a silver athame. A small bottle lies to one side of him, and a strange, smooth sphere of stone on his other.
I'm gonna assume some of this shit is magical, isn't it? Oh.
And with your detect magic there, Ara, you would certainly be able to identify that there is magic, and that the strongest aura radiates with another orange glow of transmutation from the small sphere.
Ooh. I put my hands together, do a quick prayer, and take the stuff.
How many magical items? Do we know how many auras?
That appears to be the only one.
Right. Well, lame-o. Who only carries around one magical item?
The necklace is not magical?
It is not, no.
But it's valuable.
I mean, it is
Here,
a silver
Arbus.
and amethyst necklace that's finely well made of a fashion thousands of years lost to the world.
Right.
Yeah, it's probably worth at least probably 20 gold or so.
Okay, sweet. Because he did say all of it was ours, right? He only asked us not to desecrate the rest.
Disturb the other ones, yes.
Yeah.
I give the necklace to Arbus.
Ara, you bring up a good point, and I am very perplexed. How do they get these things through these doors? I don't understand. This has been the second time now, and I don't see any back doors. I don't see any way they could have gone in.
This time the answer is very simple, and I'll walk over to this one, point down. He's magic. Or, was magic.
But there was magic in the other place too, where you're so confounded.
Yes, I don't know how that would affect one of these huge beasts.
He's better magic.
I guess. Should we search this place, see if there's anything cool outside the scary tombs?
Now, this room, notably, as you have time to look through it, this is one of the few in here that actually is lit, with some smoky torches just kind of crammed haphazardly, not even in sconces, just like jammed between some bits of stone, leaning against walls, very dimly illuminating the room, casting nearly no light over the power of your new magic.
I think we should try to put this back together.
Oh, yes, I could certainly try.
I think you need to be put back together.
Oh.
That also would help. Actually, that would probably help before I started doing this. Although, it is interesting that someone else had a similar reaction to me as meeting you, Arbus. I guess I am rather confused, but...
I am as well. Apparently he knew me at infancy.
I think, for me, the confusing part is he's obviously Varadin, and you're obviously not.
Well, now I find this very interesting because, as you know, obviously, us majestic trees has many conversations through the forest, and we hear many things. Of course, we've heard about the Valatu.
Probably dragging one of his limbs behind him again at this point.
My question is, why can't I make a repair check on Barkbeard? He is an object, not a person.
What the heck?
I'm not really sure you
Unworked
qualify...
wood over here. Unworked wood. That could be, you know...
Oh my god.
Unworked.
Yeah, I don't think you qualify as a tree anymore. We should start calling you beard. There's not much bark left.
There is very little bark. There's still some left, I'm sure. Anyways. I had heard that when the Valatu was supposed to be, like 10 foot tall with flaming hair and pointy teeth, but I guess those rumors originated from the sycamores, and I don't know. They are very odd.
Sounds like a hemlock rumor to me.
It does.
No.
Sycamores are very honest. Sycamores are very honest.
It's hemlock news.
No. See, the Star Mongolia trees were actually, I feel like, the most accurate at the time, as they were, they were mentioning that the favor of a rodent was walking around, but, nobody ever believes them, as they're rather, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I just find this whole thing very interesting.
He's judging trees. He's being rude.
Typical.
What? No, I'm stating the truth as I see it, which everybody knows how wishy-washy the Star Mongolia trees are.
Well, you can tell us all about them. Everybody come here.
I am telling you all about them.
I can treat you while you talk and tell us all this story.
Yeah, sure.
You just got whacked by a horn once, right, Solon?
Yeah.
Your fucking evasion tanked like 70 points of damage that fight.
I had a great time with evasion.
A super good first fight to have immediately after getting evasion.
Yeah, fireball and lightning bolt. That's nice.
That's why he gave up and started casting magic missiles. Like, this shit ain't working. Magic missile. Warmy Joe, thank you for the 42 months. And while you gather around Arabis for her to tend to, well, herself and Selwyn a little bit, but largely try for the 10 jillionth time to tape Barkbeard back together. I suppose this is as good a place as any to take our midstream break real quick. So, Jet, thank y'all for being here. Get some snacks, refill your drinks. Don't go far, though. We'll be back. What are you rolling?
Crafting check on Barkbeard.
We'll be back in a couple
Also
of minutes.
19.
That was also terrible. Stay tuned, everyone. This is just the first of the Trog forces we've encountered, and it seems with the proximity to, well, their tunnel down below, they're able to bring truly significant forces into here. I mean, that Triceratops only had to get through one doorway, to be fair.
It's like
Before the
doorway
massive
size.
tunnel behind him.
Yeah, but he's squeezing. He squeezed.
That door
was
is like
squeezing.
size for a normal person.
He's actually
squeezed.
so mad that, as written, he will chase you into the halls, even though he has to squeeze to do so. So he can fit his giant noggin
If
into
that
the hallway.
happened,
It's
I
just-
would have screamed and ran down the
I
hall.
would have been so surprised.
It's just
I was
terrifying.
100% ready to like run out of the room.
It would have been like running away from a Crash Bandicoot monster, like
We'll be
those
right
sections.
back, everybody. The rest of that, their highlight, or the huge repository of the other highlights. There are, at this point, the one that I made out of the Age of Ashes episode of our Gen Con show Saturday is number 40. So there are a bunch of them over at youtube.com/2perception, which I probably have a command that links to, but I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to type it out manually, like the technologically illiterate boomer that I am.
Too far? Wouldn't
Maybe.
be? Hopefully.
Maybe.
No, it's not. Who
I
cut
don't
you out
actually-
with this?
I don't actually know that I have a command that links to the YouTube. Or that does all the various... I actually might not have one for 2perception. I might have
Disgusting.
to do it all manually like some kind of a weird goblin. Anyway, when we left, we had successfully slain a massive dinosaur and the troggs that had brought it here into this crypt to just ravage the lower areas of Moonstone Hall for loot. I then proceeded to do the same thing, but with the well wishes of Zool. When it's his corpse and his stuff, so I mean, you get a pass, right?
Yeah.
So Arbus, Barkbeard is pretty hurt. It's probably going to take you the better part of an hour to get him back into fighting shape. But that is going to leave the rest of the party some time to, well, you got a couple of things for Ara to try to identify at least, I believe.
Yes.
So, remind me what your modifier is. I know it's nature, but remind me what your modifier
It's
is.
13.
Damn,
13.
Yeah,
Well,
it
this-
sucks.
that's trash.
It's absolute trash.
This dumpster with his poo-poo in. As you inspect the odd little sphere, about palm size, that you'd pulled out from the sarcophagus after Zool had opened it for you, it definitely radiates a strong transmutative aura, and you can tell that although it kind of just looks like a rock, it is a lesser, like a semi-precious gemstone. And this crystal is one that we all may know very well from Pathfinder First Edition, but that is much rarer in Second Edition now. This is an Aeon Stone. They were called Ion Stones before. Now they're Aeon Stones.
Yeah.
And when you invest your magic into these, you don't wear it or anything. It literally orbits around your head as a slowly floating magical crystal that gives you some kind of power. It can be hidden as a single action. You can just grab it and pocket it and toss it back up just as easily. And they cannot be just freely fucking obliterated like they could in First Edition. But even just a normal success on a disarm check will allow somebody to yoink it out of the air from around your head and steal its benefits. But what you can't identify is what those benefits are. You're not positive what it does. You just know the basics of what it is.
Hey, Greg, could you call on your ghost buddy?
I don't know if he would come back because I asked him to for what, Selwyn?
Did he
I'm
tell
a
you
little- I'm a little confused. So can
What?
I activate it, even though I don't know what it does?
Oh boy.
Yeah, you can invest it. I believe that doesn't have to be done during your preparation. I think you can just do that. Investing is, you can just basically flow your magic into it and turn it on, and you can have it orbit your head. You just have no idea what it's going to do.
I do that. It's just orbiting. I don't know what it does.
It looks really cool.
It does look really cool. Can you call your ghost friend and ask what it does?
I think his name was Zul.
Mr. Zul, I have a question.
Your
What a
voice kind
useless
of
ghost.
rings through the empty crypt.
Damn it.
Nothing responds. Zul does not simply appear before you.
See, Selwyn.
It was worth a shot.
I have a pencil.
Now, what else? I assume while you're off healing this man, I'm gonna have a look around. See
And,
what's what.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Another hot one. Nice.
Ooh,
For one of the evening.
spicy.
So as you're looking around here, it's not that you don't see anything. It's just that there is so much in this crypt. There is so much around this room that it would take like a full day to realize. It's like a huge museum exhibit. Every one of these single sarcophagi is set with a stone and metal slab on the top of it. The exterior of these slabs is actually just capped with an iron facade with a life-sized representation of, assumedly, the person interred within. Certainly, the carving in the iron atop Zul's crypt looks very much like the ghost that arrives before you. And you can see clearly that the troggs have been in here for a little while, as the two of them off in the corner were kind of rifling through the bodies in the westmost opened crypts. The body in one has just been kind of crammed up onto its side and almost pushed into a corner as they rooted through it, whilst the other one is, well, in the corner of the room, slumped against the wall where it was just kind of tossed out as they looked for things of value. The mummification had actually been ripped open entirely as they perused to see if there was anything they wanted inside. It doesn't look like they found anything of value, but it's just kind of unsettling to see. They clearly have absolutely no regard whatsoever for any of what is here, which is unsurprising, but always just not great to actually witness.
Right.
So over the course of that hour, Arbus would fairly quickly patch Selwyn and herself back up before turning all of her attention really to Barkbeard, trying to get him into a better position. And some time would pass in the now near silent crypt of Lower Moonstone Hall with nothing really coming of it. No one coming by to investigate, no one showing up. And it kind of makes sense, really. It's pretty much impossible to distinguish the sounds of battle from the ferocious slamming that the Triceratops was already doing in this room, trying to get the crypts open. So no one's really come to investigate. But with the party,
we could take this body inside the room if we're hanging out here and close the door. But I mean, also we could just leave it out there. That's also fine.
yeah, I mean, even assuming that if you're going to be here for some time, you probably would have shut the door,
Yeah.
just as a cursory measure. But there was still some blood and some searing marks where the lightning bolts and the fireballs had hit outside. But still, no one comes to investigate as the hour passes, and all of you are topped off.
All right.
Again, I'm not going to
Did he
make us roll
keep
medicine checks, really.
seeking?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Because I feel like I'd know I had a really poor time the first go around. I was overwhelmed.
Well, like,
That's up to you,
yes,
obviously.
yes and no, yeah. Because the way it's really intended in Second Edition is there's no more. The reason there's no more taking 10 is because when you roll something, that was your best effort. That was your best attempt to do it. Like you, with a 16, that was you looking around the room for that hour trying to find what you could. And as you kind of get ready to move again, Arabis, who had been seeking, you can roll me one as well, because I assume you're going back to doing that.
Yeah, I will. Perception. Yeah, it's 24.
Almost perhaps weirdly aided by really having no idea what she's looking for. Selwyn, as you're looking in and around these crypts into what the Troggs were doing for items of interest, Arubis doesn't really make any huge distinction between that and, well, just the barren stone walls. And it's thus that she notices that the far northeastern corner of the room does appear to have another slab of a concealed doorway that can be pushed open.
Swear she's part elf.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's just a little spot here.
I'm gonna rub my eyes. Can you
That's a
guys
good-
start working?
Frederick's been reborn anew.
All right.
Is
Right,
this a
let's open in.
secret passage?
Sure. Let's see. Let's see the secret passage.
You open the doorway into an incredibly small intermediary chamber leading to the backside of another secret door.
Okay.
Before we go,
Wait, before we go, I could try and move these things back on.
I was going to say before we go, we should put the bodies back in the.
All right. Fine.
Take a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm helping Selwyn with our combined strength.
Selwyn
Yeah,
and
let's go.
Ara, go ahead and make me athletics checks.
Oh boy.
Oh no! Where's the big guy when we need him?
I am
thought-
extremely
thought-
likely to make this worse.
Well, I mean, it's for me, so just go for it.
Hey, we both rolled a 30.
High five.
Both of you go to move this stone, and with your combined weight pushing into it, it's like it's just as a part of the floor, like it's like trying to push the stairs. You don't so much as make the tiniest budge in this slab. And you kind of look at the harness that's still looped around it that's been shucked off of the Triceratops and realize they brought a giant fucking dinosaur down here to haul the stone and metal tops that are 10, 15 feet long each off of these sarcophagi, and it is utterly impossible that either of you will ever be able to move one of them.
Oh, well,
I
we
could
tried.
try, I guess.
High five for the attempt.
Yeah, high five.
Well, you guys
Barbird,
are...
however, is a fucking legend.
I like
So-
go
Yeet.
help him. He's
I'd
already
rather-
doing it.
So with this one, as Barkbeard just kind of hears the advice and walks over to this one, the body's still kind of on its side, crammed up in a corner. But you
Oh,
walk
we would
up.
have straightened them out.
Well, Arbus would have time because this is far from
Yeah.
a yeet. A 35 is you are able to just barely, with 100% of your might, inch by inch, slowly slide the top back up onto this crypt. In a process that's probably going to take you another 10 minutes.
Oh my!
Oh my. Well,
They
we'll be
are-
here.
We did our
half a
best, right?
ton.
We're good, right? We did our best. We made it slightly better.
I feel like, I mean, if we've already done one. I
We
feel
have to
like
do
we
them
should-
all, Selwyn.
Oh,
Yeah, at
come
this
on.
point- Besides, we're going through all this effort anyways. We're making this grouchy old man happy. I feel like a grouchy old man, so I can empathize.
All right, I'm gonna lean against this Triceratops and sit the fuck down.
He
So
may have been able to
Barkbeard-
help us. Have you not killed him?
I
Who?
don't think
Take
he was helping
some-
us.
Take some
who,
time.
Gray?
That there's a giant Triceratops. I might.
Well, he's helping me right now. I'm extremely comfortable.
could have helped us.
You
do this.
you sent a tidal wave against him. What was I supposed to do?
I was aiming for the guy on top, Selwyn.
Well, then the aim was kind of off.
It's just frustrating. Okay.
Next
no, I
time, for
understand.
sure,
It's
we'll
just-
be able to. Yeah.
You
Next
can't.
time,
you-
we'll definitely be able to save the animal.
I don't-
100%.
I don't think we can put emphasis on giant dinosaur, who was already pissed, by the way. Saving that.
Why do you always say that? He's pissed. I don't see him urinating anywhere when you like this.
I'll do my best to not grin and fail spectacularly.
All the time with the pissed.
No, I'm. It's a synonym for angry. And don't you fucking dare ask me what a synonym is.
I understand what the cinnamon is. That's
say, isn't
with
that
on the
a spice?
It's on the sweet rolls.
It's
No.
actually a type of bark. Yeah, it's quite.
That's cinnamon.
Yes.
That's what you said.
No. Mine has an S in it, and cinnamon doesn't.
I don't.
Well, at least not in common.
Maraca.
What was that?
He just called you a maraca.
I think he called you stupid. Or she.
So Barkbeard is hauling this slab while this conversation happens, just very slowly hefting it up into position. And there are 4 uncapped graves here. And Arbus,
I also have to do the one that he. But the guy uncovered
where's
it
the 4?
himself.
Where's
Yeah,
the one
I don't have to do
that
that one
Zool
because
opened?
he already.
Oh,
he can
so you
clearly
can take the
close it
stuff.
because he
Yeah,
opened it.
he can close
so
that shit
I'm not moving that
himself.
one.
So as you haul the other 3 back up, seeing what you need on that athletics check, just kind of averaging it out to probably 20 minutes per tomb to close them. Another hour here of lifting after you've been healed up. Arbus, make me a religion check. You trained in religion? Gosrin?
Do I get in the religion check?
I actually no. I'm not trained.
Alright, Selwyn, you make me a religion
Alright.
check then.
Well,
You just kinda-
I, on the other hand, am an expert in religion.
I know my
Oh.
religion. That's it.
Oh, and then, you know,
No, you don't.
sometimes it just isn't your day.
You don't know anything.
You can't help but feel like there's probably something more that you could be doing for these remains. But you don't know anything about Erodonite worship or
Yeah,
that
well,
would
the
work.
ghost showed up and told us to how to sanctify the corpse. You know?
Can I be
really that
inter-
roll, that 17 in a religion, that isn't like you not knowing, that's you not caring. Like someone doesn't give a shit.
Stupid fucking ghost.
Can I be introspecting as I'm literally putting all of my weight behind these, staring eye to eye of these corpses as I'm literally for 20 minutes, like face to face, trying to pull the stupid things
You're
on?
kind of full focused in hauling the slabs here. That is like 100% of your input is trying to get them up where they belong, where the Triceratops has dragged them down. And I mean, you can see again that this massive dinosaur in that harness just barely slid them enough to be open. Like, he didn't even get them all the way off. They're still leaned up against the sides. So after another hour, 2 hours spent in this room, the rest of you probably eating some rations, taking some snacks while you all watch Barkbeard do intense physical labor.
I'm helping. I'm putting hands on the
Mara's
sarcophagus.
helping.
I realized something, Gray. That's something important.
That
The reason why the ghost acts like he does.
why are you so obsessed with Mr. Zool?
Well, because he's an asshole, and that's why he had cast asshole on him. And then a permanency spell was added, which is why even thousands of years later, he's still an asshole.
I think he's just born like that. That's just nature.
Mm.
So he's the first person that I've ever known to recognize me.
I point to Barkbeard.
Barkbeard's not a person.
He's a tree.
Yes.
Whoa.
Someone.
Racist.
I mean, he is a tree.
And obviously trees know everything, so
I think
our
person
would know
refers
this.
to sentience and not their race.
You know what I mean.
Alright? So an old asshole knows about some prophecy.
Some prophecy. My entire life built upon this some prophecy.
Right, which we can all agree was a mistake, right? Why build your whole life around meaningless words of the past?
I didn't choose any of this.
Right, but you can choose now.
No, that's not how prophecies work. I
not how it
disagree with,
works.
Yep,
I'm in Selwyn's camp.
It is my duty, Selwyn.
Why?
quite. Because she's the girl with the prophecy.
Why? Why does he have to
The
be?
Stormlord has
Because there
chosen himself to carry out this.
Right, and this guy serves a rodent, and that clearly doesn't speak for the Stormlord.
The wind brought me here. I am here. That is my purpose.
I think I brought you here.
Maybe we were designed to meet.
Right, but maybe a lot of coincidences happen, and then old assholes decide that's destiny. I'm just saying, there are other avenues of pursuing your life. Live how you want to. You're only duty bound as far as you need to be.
Well, I mean, I suppose you may think that if you were not enlightened on how the higher matters work.
You don't understand, Selwyn. I wasn't even allowed to have friends.
Selwyn
Oh no,
was so
Selwyn.
angry. Selwyn was
so
so
mad.
angry
Oh,
that
no.
his
Oh no.
camera froze.
Oh no!
He can't even defend himself.
I win.
Which means you get to shit on him undisputed. Whatever you say is law because your internet is still connected. That's how it
Because
works.
you're so innocent.
See, Selwyn,
don't-
you wore the whole of the ass this time.
Yes,
Well-
yes.
Oh,
Rip.
there it goes.
Oh man, that's so bad.
Yeah, I can't even fix it. I already have the phone on to cover for mono slot. So we got we're getting rated exactly right now. Hey, Evandale.
Hey.
How you guys doing? Welcome. You may notice that two of these
People.
cameras are weird garbage. Well, that's because one of our players just disconnected. So,
He couldn't handle the heat, so
in an event that has happened, I think, a total of once in our whole campaign so far, when Shemu disconnected the other session.
thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm. You know,
Storm.
sometimes online RPGs and we have to all go do. Oh, weird. Zinern is actually messaging me on Discord and that he's having apparently DNS issues
Ooh.
because he can't load Zoom or Twitch, but most other stuff is working. So he's having some weird DNS problems, which really sucks because that reduces the likelihood he's gonna come back dramatically. DNS issues are the worst issues. But welcome, everyone. We are playing through the Extinction Curse right now. We just hit level 7 at the start of this session, and we just got done murdering a very large. I just noticed what Colby was doing. We just got done
This is Arvis. This is Ara.
battling a very large Triceratops with a bunch of troggs that have brought him in to help them raid this crypt. A bunch of stone sarcophagi that were solidly lost. And it's good. Don't worry. Our sorcerer can puppet hands for the sorcerer and the druid because everyone's
Nothing
in the wrong
important
place.
happened
And
at all.
Shemu can play a great
Oh,
Selwyn.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
All right, we have several steps left. Okay.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, okay.
Step one.
All it out.
Do I need to go out as well?
well, okay,
I
so
don't. Right.
let's see. So Brim will be in the
No,
right
it's
place. Brim will be
Yeah.
in the right
Mhm.
place.
So Shimmy
And-
needs to go out,
And
then
Shemi needs to
and
go
then
off and
Colby.
back on. And then Colby.
And a back.
And then Ace.
And then AS, which is just my
AS.
phone, but it's on the ground because I have to actually
Mm,
go
the
a
ants.
slot.
Else,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what the fuck just happened.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We did it,
You talked
boys.
down to the Stormlord is what happened. It looked like you got booted off the internet, son.
No, I didn't. I like it was Twitch. It was Sue. Nothing else.
Just
That was
saying.
you
Yeah.
talking. Yeah,
Divine
that's
intervention.
See,
Did you
prophecy.
see what I wrote in chat?
Prophecy.
In
I
in
did, yes. No, I'm trying to spirit prophecy being bullshit. Well,
All right, what a moment to fucking die
that
on,
was,
right? Like,
yeah, I'm a little sad about that one. But hey, the good news is on the backswing of that, while you were getting into it, Chial actually threw out for a hero point for you for Selwyn having to
Oh.
deal with all these people.
That's rude.
And we got Architect Barbie and Malice
I mean, that's
1974
fair.
throwing some bits in. Thank you guys. So,
Thanks, boys.
with Barkbeard having successfully retoppered these various coffers, another hour having passed in this room, with nothing but the sounds of the grating stone and the silence of the crypt around you.
Mhm.
Once again, you are free to explore. You've done your best. And by that I mean you put the lids back on the coffin, so that's good. Did we sanctify
Thank you,
anything?
Mr.
Not really,
Barkbeard.
but we closed them, so We got that going for us, which is great.
Well, that is what he had asked. So I feel like if he had wanted to be more specific, he should have been.
Yeah.
Put my hands together, do a
What?
quick prayer, and keep
Oh
walking.
yes, quite. Shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake, prayer. Yes. Okay, let's go.
Are you not going in the front, Brightbeard?
Oh well, I am. But I didn't realize that we could get into the hallway.
Get out of the way,
Yes,
plant.
the first door had been opened.
Sorry,
and-
other plant.
You open now a second doorway that leads into a very well carpeted
cool.
room, actually adorned on the east and western sides with very vibrant tapestries, remarkably pristine in near perfect condition. Another room that looks utterly untouched and undamaged, unlike everything that the troggs have horribly rampaged through. There are a few elegant silver sconces built into the corners, all four corners of the room, that let out a fragrant, light but sweet-smelling smoke. And from the northern wall, above a stone shelf piled high with half-melted candles, a stone eye of a rodent carved
Oh,
into the
no.
wall itself watches down upon you.
That's creepy.
Great.
And almost
anyone-
as if in response to, oh no, why me? As you all enter the room here, perhaps the reason that it is so unmarred becomes evident. The eye in the center of the symbol of Erodin unfolds itself from the
Oh,
wall,
God.
coming out as an enormous
What the fuck
humanoid
is that?
creature of raw
What the fuck, bro?
stone, unfolding onto the floor to defend its holiest of sights. And lads, I'm gonna need some initiative.
I'm crying.
Back at it again.
Right back in there. You got the 6 rooms in a row that didn't have any encounters, and you found a secret doors connecting several rooms that do have encounters.
All right, I see him. I would like to scare him. He is a stone,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm
he's
gonna
like,
give him the
he's an
glare.
elemental. They're like they're sentient. He's not. He's
Give
not
him the
mindless.
glare. Give him the 28 glare.
He is not spooked.
Oh no.
28, not quite gonna spook the stone defender.
Oh
And
no.
I have to move him down so I can reach the add turn button. because roll
Please don't look
20.
down.
All right, let me put this over yonder.
He scares me.
Well, he should because he's pretty large. And Sirenscape, where is it? There it is. That's what I'm looking for.
I'm about to get Malphite ulted.
Gross.
Alrighty, so he is going to come in with a 28, which means that as you all come
Congrats.
through, yeah, Selwyn almost in like sheer terror here. He's like halfway out of the wall, unfolding, but doesn't have cover or anything. He's just kind of still attached to the wall.
Right.
As he's kind of literally right next to you, and you are a very scared small child. You were the first one
Right,
here.
he seems extremely pissed, right?
He looks pretty mad.
Right, and I'm in reach with Barkbeard, right?
Yes.
All right, good. So
Oh no, what's happening?
Well, I'm just gonna normal attack. I'm just gonna sneak.
Oh yeah, he is. You are. You're gang upping on him.
Yeah, gang off.
Yeah, he's not immune to precision.
Small recognize small. Wow, what a backswing. 26 damage.
Get in there.
Hard 20.
All right, and as you slice through, his flesh appears to be just raw, solid stone, and it is difficult. This pretty precise strike here drives your blade home just as if he were flesh. And as you strike him, he falls apart, collapsing into rubble strewn across the floor, which then, piercing through the rug and the carpet here, just sinks, disappearing into the ground.
Does he get a reaction?
I guess he
hasn't gone.
he can.
Yeah, hold on a second. You can't have it both
Hold
ways.
up a
Well, you guys
Hold
get
on
it
a
sometimes.
second.
He
Star
kind of
moment.
knew a fight was coming because he sees you all, but I guess he is coming out of the wall, so fair. Go again.
Yeah. All right, I'll try it again. For a 31 against
shit.
his flat-footed.
Wow.
That's a jeez.
Yeah.
All right, yep, that's
That
gonna
was
catch him
pissed.
again.
For 17.
She's cutting. She's slicing.
And she's running.
Taking off
Why am I
fast over to
a spell? Running away.
to the far corner of the room as this thing fully folds out and emerges from the wall. And as it does, even after the decisive blows Selwyn has struck, you can see it does not appear to be terribly damaged. Just mad, really. And as he comes out and unfolds his feet touching the ground, the stone floor of the room itself shoots up all around him as jagged stalagmites, spikes, sharp on all edges, just punching from the floor itself all around Barkbeard, Aura, and the whole area around where he is standing. It's not going to immediately hurt you, but you do feel like it'd be kind of difficult to move through it without, well, slicing yourself a bit. I think he's gonna punch Barkbeard, because you're the nearest thing that exists. So Selwyn, mission complete, not getting punched.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And this
Runaway no jutsu.
It's gotta be a villain point. I'm having dice. If it makes you feel any better, my dice are literally just as bad as yours. It is in there, and you just don't
Oh,
see
hell
them.
yeah. I'm very happy.
Taking another one from Link 1429, put me down to 2. He is gonna swing. I actually have rerolled the same thing. I rolled a 4 into a 4. Massive fist for a 25 towards Barkbeard.
Oh, and that still hits. That is that just hits.
You
Even
got your
with my
shield up. That was your. Oh, okay. I
I'm
was
not
the
in
one who
stance.
wasted the villain point this time.
Aha.
Ah. No, it
It
does
was
hit.
me.
I'm focused on not getting impaled by spikes.
That's fair. And so this fist, just kind of backhanding, not even punching so much as he just kind of whirls his torso around and slams it into you, is going to strike you for 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and it is going to launch you back through the secret room, back into the crypt.
Do I get hit by spikes on the way out? I mean, if
do.
you're thinking too hard, then
You
probably
do.
not.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that, but yeah, he's going to launch you through some of his own spikes, and you're going to take 12 more points of slashing damage as he smashes you through his own emanations.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Try
get
not to
refunded
move too
immediately.
much.
Link 1429, and what wasted villain point as he gives it back. Arabus.
How do you ban people from chat? There's a lot of points coming from Link these days.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
I don't think he likes us.
It's true. What's this going?
Just saying.
Just banning him.
Damn it.
We're done with this. I'm gonna go cry.
About to. Okay, so can I recall knowledge? Do I know anything about this thing?
You sure can, Chief. Look at my GM screen. I believe it's nature. It is nature or arcana. It's dealer's choice. Because he is most certainly an elemental.
Okay, my nature is a 13.
Okie dokie. He is CR that many. And you, alright, so what you have here is a particularly large earth elemental.
Yeah.
He is not mindless, but they're not particularly smart, and this size of them, these things in particular, their main threat is that they don't really have a contiguous body. Kind of preempted it a little bit with the accidental discharge with Selwyn. They can defensively crumble, diving into any earth or stone as if it was dirt beneath them to protect themselves.
That's all I know. No weaknesses or anything like that.
Not that you know. In second edition, when you succeed, you know one thing about, the most common thing, the most known thing about the creature, which would be definitely his reaction.
And that was an action.
What's
right?
one action? Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Oh boy.
Lightning beats rock.
Yeah, that's the hope right now. Hands out to my sides, chin down, and swirling storm around him with a crack of thunder. Tempest surge.
He's not resistant to electricity,
I hope not.
No, I mean he's an elemental. Though he. Oh, I just saw 2 1s. I saw the 2 1s in the 11 out of the corner of my eye. And I was like, did you just roll 4 1s? But no, not quite. All right, reflex save.
Basic reflex.
What is his worst save?
Well, that's
Surprising no one, I'm sure. Yeah, so he only gets a 34.
Oh,
That's
nice.
like- what I expected. Half of 17 then.
8 points of damage.
And
Bark
sadness.
Well, now, Keenan, I feel like I'm in the wrong room. I'm going to go back into the other room, but I'm going to kind of get into stance here. I'm going to kind of root down into the ground and try and shuffle along very carefully. Can I make it into this room? Is that like, I don't know how that works. Is that difficult terrain if I'm moving carefully?
What are you trying to do? Step, or?
Well, I'm trying to move into it, but I don't know if I'm going to hurt myself going into it or if I have to step.
It looks like it'd be near impossible to move into without hurting yourself. He's basically surrounded by a field of giant rock blades.
Gotcha. So, near impossible, you say?
Near impossible.
Okay, well, you know, I'm not, okay. I'm just gonna move into the room. Who do you think I am?
You are going to take 4 more points of slashing damage as you make your way between these razor-sharp rock blades.
Perfect, and then I am going to smash down because I do not know what he will do, so I'm going to bring...
I am genuinely in awe it's not piercing.
Yeah, I guess it's just because it's like stone blades. It is weird. It's...
Yeah.
Oh, it is piercing. I'm
Slashing
stupid,
makes
so
sense to me.
It is
'cause they're all
piercing.
jagged and.
I can't read.
Yeah, it's just...
It is in fact piercing. A 34
is it
will hit him.
Oh, it is piercing.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
like all these
34,
kind of pixels usually, yeah.
And then I'm gonna...
And as you hit him, he immediately collapses into rubble, sinking into the floor.
What a dirty cheater.
Well, not what I expected to happen. Does he ruin the carpet? Is he ruining
He
his
would
own carpet?
he would absolutely punch a ton of holes in the carpet as his component boulders just
This is
shot through it into the stone.
disrespecting to this holy site that we're here to fix. You hooligan. And yeah, that's my turn.
Does all the sharp terrain disappear too?
It does. It's gone. Aura. It sinks.
How
with
tall is this room?
it. This room is about 15 feet high. It's
Okay,
pretty,
cool.
it's just pretty standard height for the. Or I guess it'd be about 10 feet because the underground's not as tall as the upper level was. It's a standard room.
All right. Well, either way, I cast Elemental Motion on myself to give myself a fly speed of 35, and I go up and over here.
A fly speed of 35.
Yes.
He's got the fast.
It's equal
all
to
right.
my movement. So yeah.
Selwyn.
Alright. Well,
I don't want to be on the ground.
yeah. I'll step to here. And, Yeah, I'll, I'm just gonna cast my shield.
It's a good spell.
It is a good spell. I also don't think it's called Ray Shield. I think it's just called Shield.
It's just called Shield, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm casting. And
At least you have 1 action left still, because Shield's only a single action.
it's true. But what can I do with one action? Nothing.
Cry softly, I don't know.
I can cry extremely softly, but I won't because I'm now brave. The brave gnome.
The brave gnome. The
Toaster.
elemental surges back up, ripping through the rug as it
God.
erupts into the center of the room once more. Turning, it's got no particular preference, so it's just gonna go at 1, 2, Barkbeard, 3, 4, Arbus, 5, 6, Selwyn. Barkbeard! That's what we like to see, right? As he turns and another massive whirling fist goes your direction for a 23.
And that now I'm kind of rooted into his own kind of defenses here, and I can kind of duck behind them so he hits his own stuff.
And then as he almost just, again, his torso just whirling near independent of his legs, is going to roll the highest number he's rolled yet, a 9, for a 25 to hit you.
And that is not going to hit me, in fact.
New
And,
record, though. He's real close to breaking into the double digits on his attack rolls.
Well,
That's
okay,
great.
True.
I'm kind of, bob and weave.
You're small,
Bob?
and it's kind of hard for him to hit you, even as his own arms plow through these spikes that are jutting up from the ground. And he's constantly punching and breaking through them, only for them to be replaced by more surging up around him. Arabus.
No. Damn it. I would like to get out of the sharp pointy area. Maybe 5, step out
Okay.
to here.
You managed to extricate yourself without taking any damage.
Oh, that's nice. Was not expecting that, but nice. Okay,
Little things.
Not everything's as terrible as you think it's
Yeah.
going to be.
And I'm gonna look over in Barkbeard's direction and hold out a hand and have some little raindrops start falling on his head. Just a little bit. I'm gonna throw a little heal 1 at him.
Oh, it's a little hill. Little hill. All right.
Whoa,
It's a little hill. Just a little touch.
Little touch.
Little touch.
For 11. Positive energy for you.
As you take that,
There you
Buckbeard,
go, there you
it
go.
is your turn.
Do we have a plan for this guy, or is this just the whack-a-mole kind of situation?
Hit him hard until he dies. I don't know.
All right, great. Okay, well, I'll hit him hard, and hopefully he'll die. Sometime. 32.
32 will hit him hard.
Hit him hard.
And then second strike, 21.
21 will not hit him hard.
And then I will raise my shield, and then I will take care of her.
You get the greatest wall in front of you. Ara, flying near the ceiling.
Flying near the ceiling.
He didn't disappear?
He did not know.
I
Oh!
Not yet.
am going to use an action to stride to maintain the fly.
Yeah, you can just take a fly action to just stay
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yep. And then rain fire down from 5 feet higher than normal.
Artillery strike.
Futile, maybe, but a 31.
31 will hit him. That's not futile. He takes the damage.
16 fire damage. It's like baking clay.
This guy has a very surprising lack of resistance that you'd expect him to have. Like, while it's possible that I'm just completely blind, he's not resistant to lightning or fire. Although he is literally just sentient boulders. He takes both of those perfectly fine.
I see rock and I think, you can't burn a rock.
Yeah, so you would think.
Yeah,
Selwyn.
you'd be wrong. All right, and that's my good friend Serg, who's God bless his soul, off hunting. Troggs would say, "They are strong, but we are stronger." And I'll
Is he German?
I don't know.
I don't know. He's Russian, but Solomon can't really do the accent.
It's a different Russian dialect.
And I will hit with my Raging Monkey sneak attack sword.
Hey, oh.
For a 27.
27 will get him.
And I'll do it again. For a 20 on his flat-footed.
20 will not do it on this one.
Ah, damn it. But we body Cirque here, so we'll go for the third.
Oh, in there. Fear level 0.
No.
Never lucky.
Solid.
Never lucky.
Alrighty, so this lad here, this absolute unit, having whirled a couple of times against Barkbeard, who's now covering up pretty well, is going to pivot with a massive arm of stone, lashing out towards Selwyn,
I've made my peace.
striking her for a 39.
Well, that's the crap.
There's the
He
piece.
found the second digit, boys.
Only against someone.
And as that
true.
slams into you, you are going to take 34 points of bludgeoning damage and be punched backwards
See ya.
into the door before a second fist is going to lash out. This one towards Arabus.
Oh no!
Oh, fuck.
He's a
Oh,
big
my God.
lad.
Oh, no.
But, perhaps some sort of communing with nature here. Perhaps he being crammed in the corner. His fist slams into the corner of the wall right above you before he makes one final attempt to backhand with a sweeping strike towards Ara for a 22.
Yep. That hits.
The saddest day.
And you are going to get slammed for 21 points of bludgeoning damage and get blasted
how's it
back
going?
up into the corner above Selwyn.
How much?
21.
21? Okay. I thought you said 31.
No, 21.
Uh,
So I don't know if Roll20 is doing weird shit because it's still... Oh, it finally rolled. All right, Artemis.
okay. Look and see Selwyn or I get knocked around by this guy. Oh, boy.
I have someone.
I'm
five.
gonna bring my arms back like this, throw my hands forward as I throw a lightning bolt through him across the room. Cast it.
Okay. And just with a surge of lightning.
Pretty beefy.
That's okay, yeah. DC 25 reflex.
Oh, he's going to get 28. He's going to take half, which is still 16.
Yeah, still 16.
Still 16 points of electricity damage. I got one action.
Buy my shield. Put my shield in my face.
Help. You got lucky once. It's unlikely to happen again. Barkbeard.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue on, trying to just. I'm also a blunt force. So 31. I'm
Catch
going
him
to
once.
try and sweeping throws strikes here. So first one is 31. The second one is 22.
22 is going to glance. That one's not going to be near enough to cause him any damage.
And then shield take over.
Keep the wall strong. Ara.
As Ara falls to the ground, he's going to. Yeah, he's perfectly fine. I'm gonna toss some fire.
Alrighty.
Be a sad, sad boy.
And that's just going to kind of wash against the rock of his body as he just throws a tornado of fists out across the room.
And then I'm gonna throw a produce flame at a -5. So a 27
27 will hit.
for 16 more fire damage.
And as you guys are starting to wear him down pretty solidly here. Selwyn. How does this keep happening? This is the Inori of Extinction Curse. Why is it always low on health?
Oh, well. Skip. Once more into the breach.
So as you push your way into these
Yep, give me
spires, you're going
damage.
to take 6 points of piercing damage.
It feels so good. This blood is gonna empower my strikes.
Oh,
Like it empowers the monkey.
so motivated by the Zerg.
For 35
Okay,
against this
45.
flat-footed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. 35 exactly crits on his flat-footed.
28 damage. Ha!
And as you step forward, letting these spires just punch into you, empowered what? Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. He's got 24 health. What do you do to him?
Holy crap.
I'll walk by. I'll drop my swords in the meanest Zerg way possible. I'll rip out one of the fucking rocks on the side and stab him in the head with it.
And as you hit this creature, almost as one, all the spires he had summoned up, all these spikes around him crumble and collapse into just small shards of rubble scattered throughout the once pristine room as the body, now remaining more intact, tumbles down to the ground before it starts to just separate, rolling as independent component boulders.
All right. And as
You
combat
know, I
ends,
wish-
I'll exit my rage.
That was very strange. I was really not expecting to run into an elemental here. I don't know. I guess I just didn't expect it. But as we are so far underground, I mean, Very weird.
I
Very
have to
odd.
admit, I was also a bit caught off guard by that.
Now
And it came in through the wall.
the symbol of a rodent on the northern side now has no pupil or iris. It's just the frame of the eyeball. This elemental was the center of the eye of a rodent, and now it's left blank, almost with a rough pit where the eye had once rested.
There's so many eyes of a rodent around here. It's really hard to tell. I feel like we'd have to go back and backtrack so much. There's just so many of them. Well, is there anything else good in here?
Well, Ara, you would certainly identify with a red glow, some mild auras of evocation, equally strong in the four corners of the room, as you identify that the torches set in sconces above the silver bits of the incense burners that are still lit, or below them rather, is a single piece. Each of those is magical.
Ah. The torches are cool.
I'll turn to Arvis. So, how was the accent? Bit rough on the edges, but I think I got the point across.
Whose accent were you trying to do?
Never mind.
That one angry guy that was at the circus that one time.
I was trying to do Cirque. I'm sorry.
Sir!
Well, I was going to say it was very brave the way you attacked.
I'm glad Zerg wasn't here to hear that.
Zerg would be proud, I would think.
I think Cirque would be proud of the attitude.
I wonder
Zerg
what
would have said something about
Stefanski's
him being
doing
the
right
strongest.
It's true, but that's why I said we are stronger and not I am the strongest.
If we listen
Just because
closely,
I'm very scared of him crashing through a wall and smacking me into the dirt.
if we listen closely, Arbus, we could probably hear the screams of some troggs somewhere else in the hall.
Anyway, he punched me very hard.
It's actually remarkably soundproofed in here. I can't really hear anything, so...
Well, it might be because you have a concussion. He did hit you really hard.
Trees
Into
get
another
concussions?
Well,
Yeah, I don't think I have a brain, in fact.
That's
I don't know what that. I don't know
are
what that
you
has
the
to do with having
doctor
a
here?
concussion.
Because I don't think so.
I am, in fact, not a doctor, so I will rely on your expertise. If you
Well,
say
I'm
I
not
have a
either,
brain.
So that's where.
Zerg is a doctor.
That's true.
Yeah,
We
he's
should ask
Zerg
Zerg
MD.
next time we see him that if whether or not trees have brains, because I do not think so. But you know, we could. I mean,
I don't think Cirque's expertise is in biology.
well, how do you know?
Well, because I think he put all of his let's say points when he was born into flexing and oil.
I mean,
How
he
did-
was the one that saved our lives, you know. But I feel if you don't want to give him any credit, then I think that's also fine, you know.
I'm not
Very
saying he
heartless.
shouldn't get credit. I'm just saying I don't think he's a biologist.
He's also not a doctor. But is he the mightiest? Is the question.
That is true. Is he the mightiest?
Because I think
The
our-
jury's still out on
question?
that.
I don't know if that was the question, but now that I don't know. Anyways, okay, so I guess we should get some healing. I find this room very suspicious, but you know, I find most of the rooms around here suspicious.
So, Arbus, as you're seeking here as he talks, with the damage that this elemental has dealt to the room, utterly destroying this rug and smashing stone throughout the floor and the walls, you would notice actually pretty obviously now that there is another secret door across from the
Why
one
is
that
there
you
so
had
many?
come in from. I don't know. Across from the one that you had come in from, that it's now been damaged enough to be much more apparent.
Oh, hey, Shalom, what's that? Is that another secret door?
Oh my
Passageway?
god, how many on there? No, wait, great, please.
What?
Please,
What?
I'm hurting.
Okay, well, I can look at everybody really quickly. Yes.
Yes.
Quick 10 minutes, I could treat everybody now.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, 4 people.
So, do you want to rest until everyone's healed, or do you want to give it a quick 10 minutes?
Let me do the 10 minutes.
10 minutes, just do DC 30 heals us to full anyway.
Yeah, just
Come,
give me
yeah,
give me a
easy.
check then. If you're gonna just if we're gonna see what you can do quickly, because this place isn't the safest there's ever been. Yeah, give me a.
All right,
You
we'll
roll.
go.
Let's see the
Is
29.
it not the safest? I feel like this is one of the safest rooms we've been in.
All right, we're gonna go the big way. We'll go master mode.
I don't know. The janitor's closet was pretty safe. I'm thinking they're trying to kill us.
Oh, never mind. Don't even need to
Ooh, 35.
What a champion. 2d8
Goddess.
plus 30 to everyone. The
Nice.
god hands have
She's
touched.
so good. She's so good. Everybody
good.
gets this.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh,
Oh!
44 health to everyone. That's not even 10 minutes. That's like 3, and everyone's in peak fighting condition there. Aravis is a legend at this point.
Not
Yeah.
yet, but soon.
You got me. You got me. All right, 1-0.
Well, see, I told like just go for the high end, heal us all to full and 10, and he did it. The madman.
He absolutely did it. Fear level 0.
All right, let's open the secret door.
So you would hear as you go to open the secret door after a couple minutes as you're putting this together, an incantation from behind the southern door. That sounds like the
Uh-oh.
voice
Can
of Trog
I
casting something.
reaction? Can I recognize the spell cast? Because I have spell recall.
Yeah. And how does that work?
I mean, let me bring it up the feet here.
I think if it's your tradition, you'd know.
I just clicked the thing
This
that I
not
have
text?
printed
Let
here.
me look at this. If you're trained the appropriate tradition at second level or lower, you automatically identify it. Yep. It would be, well, it's muffled and almost barely audible. Like we're just talking, you might not even be able to hear it, but it's an incantation and it's said pretty loudly and firmly. And trogs are not subtle. It sounds like he's casting detect magic, and the voice sounds like it's coming from like right on the other side of the door.
Okay, so we have two options. Do we cast the spell, open the door, and leave, or do we cast the spell, open the other door, and kill?
Well, I
Good decision. Snappy.
you make the call, Selwyn.
All right, Markbeard, go kill.
Go kill. Oh, go kill down here.
Go kill.
Okay, go kill. Open. I slam open the door.
So as you run down, you hear this casting, and you throw this fucking door wide. A very pale Trog scrambles backward immediately, startled as the door flies open. A stark white straight frill of hair running down like a mohawk to mirror Zerg's. But even white, the opposite color, the total counterpart, as you scare the absolute shit out of this guy. Meanwhile,
Who
the enormous
dares?
vulture demon kind of standing behind him
Oh.
immediately lets out a caw, raises his claws, and readies to fight. So,
Vulture demon.
Let's go. I recognize that. son of a
I
bitch.
know you do, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's get some initiative.
I rolled the wrong
Damn it.
thing. Whoops.
So does Bryn, because Age of Ashes fought one of these by itself and it almost TPK'd.
Oh shit. Okay.
I
That
feel
was a
like
downgrade.
I'm a hero point. Also we did it.
We
there,
call
so.
that player experience fear, is what
yes.
Bryn is experiencing.
I
right
feel
now.
like I'll use shotgun. Use a hero point. I think I'll use that hero point. Nice,
love
good
these demons.
initiative.
They're actually great.
Oh yeah, so much better. Not to worry. It went up by 3.
Okie dokie. So let me roll lad.
I will scare the lad, the small man.
Okay. Oh,
Just
the
a-
little.
Yeah, just
The tiny
as it
man.
opens, I'll just fucking screaming on the common. This is the police! Drop your weapons! 28.
Put your hands up, you son of a bitch.
He's pretty spooked. So as you
Have
see
you
into
rolled
this
28
room,
for every one of those?
No, I rolled a hot one of them.
as you
Oh, okay.
see into the room here as it opens, it is strewn across with litter and bones across the rug in the center of the room. The trogs have clearly been doing trog stuff in the middle. And the walls you can see are lined with deep recesses, semicircular, most of which are empty. There's smashed detritus throughout the room. That's about all really you get to see for a brief moment before, well, all of that stuff comes out, and I get to continue playing the page jumping game. There's initiatives.
I don't know what the giant vulture demon is, but I don't like it.
Oh, I'm not a fan.
That's okay.
I
You will learn.
can tell
You
you.
will learn soon.
I'm
son.
gonna try to burn with impunity.
Oh, I mean, go for it.
Well,
It's probably-
Aribus, you are the first to react here.
Uh,
And Rebellion
I mean-
777, thank you for the resub. Appreciate it.
just kind of just caught off guard by the sheer magnitude of this. I'm just gonna instinctively just throw my hand forward and an electric arc between the two of them from here.
Alrighty. And that's reflex saves.
Yeah. Yeah. Basic reflex.
Actually, you got 28, right? Oh, that doesn't quite critically succeed on the Trog. He is frightened one, so that's even worse. He gets a 16. He just barely doesn't critically fail.
Darn.
Well, that's good. Well, I mean, there's 12. I mean,
Yeah.
it's something. I know the other guy probably takes half, right? He's a big bastard.
Brocco. Let me roll. I mean, he is a big vulture. He is surprisingly quick for how large he is. He's going to get a 31. And he's actually going to take no damage whatsoever. As your electricity arcs across him and just kind of, in a spray of sparks, dissipates against his feathered wing.
So look at
He
my
is
hands.
quite resistant to electricity.
That usually works.
How does everyone?
Shit. Resistant
180.
to electricity. Boy. Move over here. That's me.
Okie dokie. And then, Burb. Burb is going to immediately lunge forward. Absolutely zero hesitation here whatsoever. He can't even get into the doorway, really. Almost shouldering this Trog aside as he's still just startled and stumbling backwards. Just lashing through with a beak and then a clawed hand. Reaching through the doorway, trying to smack everything he can reach. Selwyn, you are going to get a Pecco. I am pretty sure. I think every, all two, I guess, battles we've had today, I've opened with a nat 1. So I'm going to take
Very
Link
happy.
1429 0 point. And we're going to do better. All right, he's going to peck you for a 41.
Right, okay, I think I get crit.
We did better. I picked the d20 and turned it over.
Yeah, I figured that's a hot 20.
Yeah, if it's not, maybe run.
Yep.
maybe leave at this point. And as
At
his
least there's
beak,
no super crit.
as his beak strikes down to you can't critically succeed. Strikes down towards you, you're going to take 42 points of piercing damage. And then a claw is going to lash out. Oh, hold on. And 10 points of evil. Pure evil damage. And then a clawed hand towards Barkbeard as he just lashes in rage towards both of you for a 23.
Does not actually. I am behind Selwyn far enough. Unfortunately, I do not get hit.
Alrighty. The Trog is gonna scramble the hell back from the doorway because he has no idea what is happening. He doesn't want to be anywhere near it. He's literally going to the back wall to the opposite side of the room. And as he looks through, he sees Aribus doing her incantation and returns a incantation of his own, Spiritoli Gladio, and casts out and conjures ya boy.
Oh, it's a shitty fucking fireball.
No, it's
Oh,
Punchy
it's
Fist.
the hand.
Ya boy Punchy Fist.
Fair enough. I
Next
missed the
to
fireball.
Aribus, which is immediately going to swing down at her.
Ah.
Where is your freaking spell attack roll? There it is. It's on the page break. Punching for a 25.
I believe that's exact lethal. That
So
one,
he-
yeah.
It is going
Punch
to
me in the mouth.
punch you for 6 points of force damage.
Ah!
Pickles.
Selwyn.
Ow. Barber, could you step up to that man, please? Oh, man. Bird. I'll hold on to the microphone.
Ara.
Oh, I'm so glad you held. I cast haste on Selwyn.
Oh, the big-
The best type of tactics are the accidental tactics. So you are going to feel yourself quicken.
And then I'm going to use the only focus point I have to toss. No, I don't think I'm in range.
We took a 10-minute, dude. Did you?
Wait, I get one back.
Okay, you get one. Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah, you're within 30.
Yep. Cool. Flippity flappity, here comes the fire. You stupid flappity.
Do it.
No. Hero point.
Ooh, get in there. You're gonna scorch him.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, well, gonna try. What matters that you tried? You throw this fireball in, and he's just reaching through the doorway, almost pushing the trog aside, and that fireball kind of crashes against his beak, and he flinches back a bit, but it doesn't seem to really hurt him.
And
Barkbeard.
different color.
I immediately toughen, kind of root down again, raising my shield. As I step forward, and I will raise my shield and step forward and get into stance.
You get ready. You get ready for stuff to happen.
That's what I do. That's all I can do.
Selwyn, hasted, baby.
I'll do a couple of prayers, shed a tear, and step into my final moments. And I would like to attack a rock.
Give him the business.
Yep.
I mean, I can go ahead. We can get the psychological
Forward.
warfare. I can turn the damn
Whoa.
on. Let's know what this is. Solid hit. 32
26
against his
damage.
flat-footed is not going to crit, but he is going to take 26 points of damage.
And then second, 26 against his flat-footed.
That'll get him.
Oh hell yeah! Wait, why didn't it roll to get
I
damage
don't know.
that
It
time?
didn't damage.
I'm
did
very
not come
confused.
out. That's like
22 damage though. That's a spicy roll.
solid.
Well, since I already know it can hit me if I go, and I'm scared I'll be obliterated, we go for the third one. We're in there, boys.
No,
We're just gonna cry a
baby.
little bit.
You metagaming little fuck nugget.
Now I'm scared of rocks.
That doesn't give me the pass. All right, 12's gonna win. Last one's gonna miss. Aravis.
Take solace in the fact I would have done it against any enemy.
Fair.
Boy. Okay, so this is. It's kind of a. I don't know if it's mechanics, because I know in 1E you can defensively cast things. You can't do that in this.
That is not a mechanic, no.
I can't remember if he could just punch me and screw me up. If
Generally, if it has a somatic component, which is literally every spell that exists, except shield, largely that I know of, if he has normal attack of opportunity, that will provoke.
okay, and then to further that, you can lose the spell, or are you just gonna take a hit and get it off?
If the attack of opportunity crits you, you lose the spell.
All right, I'm just gonna run over here then behind Barkbeard-ish. Just, I guess he's gonna maybe swing at me. I'm just trying to get away from me, silly hand.
The hind is going to move with you, moving
Damn it.
almost just in lockstep with you as you travel, like it's attached.
Fantastic. That's worrisome. All
Hand's
right,
not shit.
I'm gonna basically ignore him and hold out both hands, look towards Selwyn. And some lightning was beginning to hopefully course up her legs as I attempt to level 2 heal her.
All right. So she will get 21 health back.
That is a good chunk of health.
He didn't hit me, or he
He
got
does not
off?
have 15-foot noodle arms. No, he cannot reach you from there.
No, I'm talking about the hand.
Oh, no, the hand does not punch you. The hand does
That's the
not have
what the
attack.
hell I was asking about.
I thought you were thinking the frog was
don't
gonna
know.
whack you from. So I literally like the hand ain't doing shit. Hand's
Oh,
chilling.
I thought, okay, well,
The hand ain't shit.
well, when you get healed up, Selwyn, you have a little vision of a young girl sleeping and like 5 or 6 wolves sleeping around her.
Right. I'll take that to the grave.
So as everyone steps forward to this Vrock, and Selwyn actually lands 2 pretty solid hits on it. It kind of changes its tactic, its posture a little bit, almost surprised, standing up straight with a caw, and spreading its wings out, and just kind of shaking, almost like a dog shedding water. And Selwyn and Barkbeard, you are each going to take 10 points of poison damage as green, like dander, starts to shake off in a cloud around this thing, encompassing the pair of you. I need a fortitude save from each of you.
Nice, 30.
Oh, so
Ooh,
did I.
nice, also.
Solid dice, and that is the worst of it. And then, kind of pulling his wings over in front of him, almost to protect himself, he brings his claws back, standing up a little more straight, and growls out, "Simulitudo," and casts the spell, splitting into 4 identical copies.
Oh, God. Why
Of
would
the
you mirror
creature.
image, you son of a bitch bird?
In the back,
That's cheating.
the Trog is going to continue to sustain his spell, which means the hand is going to punch Arbus in the face again for a 33. Doesn't
Yeah,
crit
you
you.
made it.
33 is
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit.
Okay. And you are going to take 8 points of force damage. And he is going to look kind of almost shocked as you manage to, like, actually hit the bird. And he doesn't even have any words. He's just sort of flabbergasted. But he's going to focus up, and as he keeps some concentration, put his hands out in front of him, fingers bridged, Sana Mayam, and put his hands out as a wave of healing energy washes over the demon.
You son of a bitch. Heal us cheat.
Ara.
Ara is going to step right here and then cast a good old level 4 fireball right there.
Ooh.
You know what time it is?
Fireball.
Yeet.
Fireball.
Okay.
Alrighty, let
So
me
roll.
find,
Oh, it's very
got it.
neon green.
get my lad here.
I fixed the DC.
You did, yes.
I'm so good at computers.
Oh my
Alrighty, so
God,
you
fire.
just send a blast into the back end of the room,
So cool.
and the priest, who is no longer frightened, fortunately, is going to make a save. And he is going to get
You should be very scared.
a natural 20. He's very scared. Demon, however, this kind of erupts behind him. But that was almost a second natural 20. Is actually going to fail with the 23. So he is just going to take the full 31 points of damage. More than washing away what the priest in the back was able to heal. Barkbeard.
I'm actually going to wait, let Solon go first. We switch around a lot.
Trade back. Selwyn.
Right. Can you remind me what oil of alchemical silver does?
Witcha?
I believe that if applied to your weapon, it is going to treat your weapon as if it was silver.
Right, but not coal iron.
Yeah, I mean, it will. Let
Okay,
me-
of course
let me find it
not,
real
yeah.
quick.
Just thinking about it, all possible avenues.
Yeah, I can't
This
find an
guy's
archives of
very
this, so I'm going to assume it
yeah.
makes your weapon count as silver.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Rock. Let's yeah, let's rock.
Let's rock.
21.
Damn.
31's
really-
a solid hit.
See, I
bounce
shouldn't have
back.
doubted the dice. It was just, it was building.
Now roll me a d4.
Oh, right, yes. Let me kill those images. Okay,
He's
so
four.
who do I hit him on? I want to know beforehand.
He's 4.
All right, he's 4. Easy
Yeah,
4.
high is always
Easy clap.
Ah.
Damn it.
And
That's an
a
image.
solid
I
slash
should have gone first. I forgot about them.
burst through one of the mirrored rocks before you.
And, well, let's bust some images. 25.
25 against his flat-footed. Roll me d6. He's 5 or 6.
All right.
Easy clap.
Oh, easy clap.
You
17
get one
damage.
to dial it in and then hit him for 17 through the pair still protecting him.
Yeah. It is at this moment I knew I could have intimidated this man at all. Like, could you please fuck off in Abyssal?
Very intimidating.
Yeah. Oh wow, 26.
Yeah.
I have not been high rolling these intimidate
He
checks.
is not intimidated.
Well, in that case, I'll hit him a third time, right? Gotta kill another image. Thanks, Haste.
Let's see it.
Does it hit an image?
19 is
I'm
not a critical
flat-footed.
failure, so yep, that will slash away
yes.
one more image.
I'll
Barkbeard.
say a prayer and I'll cry as I softly roll into the grave.
Okay, I am going to, with my branches, just kind of extend them out and try and wrap around this rock. This is a great idea, and I'm sure it's going to go well. It's basically first trying to grapple with the 29, and then
Hey,
I can roll.
29 is not going to grapple him, no.
Okay,
It
I
is
didn't
going
think
to
it
fail.
was. Okay. Well, then
Now,
I'll.
as you reach out to try to grab, though, it fails because your branches wrap around the last of the mirror images, leaving just the one rock there. 'Cause that's an attack,
Okay, so-
and it failed, so it pops an image.
Perfect. Okay. So I will go. I will try and just kind of sweep out with the branch and try and hit him regular. Oof. I say oof.
Eesh.
I don't know how good I'm gonna get on that. It's below average. Okay, fine. Okay, I will spend another hero point, guys.
Talk there.
Oh, wow.
She
Another
spent
hero point.
You
one
sound so
this session.
disdainful.
She spent 1 hero point in her session reroll
Justinian.
so far.
I know Justinian is gonna get another second reroll. We're trying. He's a huge guy. Like it's gotta be pretty easy to hit, right? No, it's not
Easy to hit.
In fact, it's
No, for both the damage dice were also ones.
Oh, God.
Just to make sure you knew your place.
this is what I do.
Know where you fucking belong.
And then I guess I will cover, shrink, and hide behind.
All right, Arvis.
I'm gonna step up behind Barkbeard with my shield raised. That's the second one. And I'm gonna lean in and put a hand on him. And I'm gonna cast guidance. And I'm gonna whisper in his ear. Destroy my enemies and earn a place at my side. Guidance.
Verbal only. Damn it, you win this round. All right. The demon is kind of pressured here, and its clones fall away. Is gonna just spread its arms back out, claws bared, and open its beak and emit a screech, an absolutely shrill, like it just shakes the very core of your consciousness here. I need everybody, as Aura is in range, to make a fortitude save, including the cleric.
All right.
This is in the movie.
Oh hell yeah!
Solid. All right, who am I waiting on?
I got a 30.
Artis.
I'm trying to. Okay.
Just hoping you wouldn't notice.
All right, so Selwyn, as you're kind of focused on this life or death situation, you're gonna ride it out. But Arabis, Barkbeard, and Ara are all stunned too. You will get 1 action on your next turn. The cleric in the back throws his hands up to cover his ears, but is actually okay. And then this
He's used
demon,
to it.
seeing the one person who's not reeling from this, who is also the one very successfully stabbing him, is gonna get a peckin'.
Uh-oh.
And his beak is gonna slam down for a 32.
Oh, I
Someone-
didn't get crit. Best day ever.
Your AC is
And-
not terrible. They gotta roll like even big beasts gotta roll 19.
This thing is scary, okay? I know it has a plus 21 because it rolled a hot 20. You told me so. Okay?
Alrighty.
It needs like a 12.
It is gonna peck you for 20. No, what?
I would like for him to make me a will save.
For what?
The blood, as he cuts through me, the blood spraying out flies back into him.
Oh god.
Will save?
Yes. Will save for my blood vendetta.
Oh. Okay. He's gonna get a 28.
Alright, so he only takes 1d6, but he is persistently bleeding.
So your blood.
He's
blood makes
persistently
him
bleeding
bleed.
his own blood.
No, he,
It makes me
yeah.
bleed my own blood.
He's not bleeding his own blood. He's bleeding her blood. Pay attention.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
it's true.
But he's gonna peck you for 23 points of damage, and then 3
Youch.
points of evil damage
Mhm.
before slashing at you with a claw for a 22.
Oh, the blood. The good blood protects me.
What
He
is
holds back his hand.
how much is he taking persistent?
He is taking 1d6.
Okay, so at the end of his turn, he's gonna take 1d6.
Yep. For six
Solid
damage.
value.
Yeah.
Immediately rewarded. And
Naked.
still bleeding.
Hell yeah. That's such a cool fucking spell.
That is actually super fucking neat. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little cleric in the background here is starting to come to his senses and sort of realize that his demon is actually not winning the battle, which is less than what he wanted. So he is going to continue to focus, and the fist is going to punch Arbus. That is not what I wanted. I rolled definitely plus the wrong modifier. It's not for a 63.
No.
It is for
Just punches
a
you out.
an 18 actually.
Oh, no, I get lucky and I weave.
And then turning towards Selwyn, he's going to incant another spell in the background. Kaikus! And an undercommon, please! Zef Gabazeb, guide me! And you will feel a sort of encroaching darkness come over you, and I need a fortitude save.
24?
That's exactly a spell DC.
Oh my.
You are blind.
Oh. Wait, do I succeed if I
You
hit
sure
in 6
did.
attacks? Oh, I'm just blind?
Yep.
Not
Aura.
permanently, probably.
Alright, you
yeah.
have one action. You're stunned too.
Here's my one action.
Is it elemental toss? Oh. Wait,
No.
you don't have a focus point.
That's my one action.
Yeah! He flicks. Reeling,
bird.
just
He likes seeds.
he likes getting
bribing
them
him.
out there. And Selwyn, this blindness only lasts a brief moment as you recover. It's until your turn begins.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
That's what it says. On a success, you're
Yeah.
blind until your turn begins.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, there's just like a minor effect. It could come up. Like, EOS. Right. Well, there's no more images.
There are no more images.
I've already made my peace with the world and the death I would face. So, in my blood fury, I will continue to strike. Wait, 29.
Gets him. Jesus. In there.
Yeah. A 17 modifier helps. It really does.
Yeah.
Instead of a 15.
You guys, you figured out you're an expert at melee weapons.
Yeah, I know, right? Another 15 damage.
Yep.
And,
I wish I had a 17.
second one. 420. Respectable. Oh,
Yeah,
great.
20 finally.
Yeah.
He's going to deflect with a wing. Almost
Yeah.
kind of again keeping him bent over, like curled over his shoulder like a shield.
Yeah. It went into like the hero points. I won't. Yeah. And third action, I'll cast shield, and then the fourth action, I'll strike again.
You need damn verbal only spells!
Ah!
16.
16, he is going to glance as well. Barkbeard, you got one action.
Well, fortunately, Fleur of Blows is exactly one action. So I will It's one higher than that.
So, I'm so sorry, Ren. I've given you my bad dice.
Yeah, that's gonna kind of do. Yeah, he's gonna
Oh god.
flail. Harvest
creepy.
one action.
I'm gonna
I
battle.
felt
medicine
your
Selwyn.
strength.
Oh, you're a goddess.
And that's a manipulate, boys. As you reach for your kit, his beak lunges out over Selwyn to strike at you.
Hey, get
as
out
you
of
try
my
to
way!
aid. I finally got an attack of opportunity for a 39.
Oh my god. That's a crit.
You
Yeah.
wanted it really bad, so it's gonna knock as you reach for your medicine kit. It's gonna stagger you back enough from the force that it's gonna disrupt your action, and deal 38 points of piercing damage to you. And then the rock here is gonna step over the doorway, turn his head over his shoulder, and caw back at the cleric for briefly before he turns his attention back to the front. And he shakes both of his wings out once more, with a cloud of these spores coming out across
Oh, no.
Selwyn and Barkbeard. You're gonna take 15 points of poison damage. And I'm gonna need fortitude saves from you again. That's a 6 on the cooldown, so he's not doing that again this fight.
I
don't need that tracker
spend
anymore.
I'm gonna spend a hero point. Not much better. Yikes.
25.
Uh-oh.
Second time's the charm here. As both of you, as he shakes this cloud over you for a second time, you're gonna feel this burning on your skin persist after the brief moment where the standard, this cloud comes out. And you feel this burning kind of settle deeper into your skin. And then he's going to strike out with a peck towards Selwyn for a 32.
Alright. Not a crit. I'll use my shield to reduce the
Alright,
damage.
so what's it? That does heighten too. So
It does. It's a reduction of 10 damage.
Yep, just making sure you knew that it does go up. So he's gonna peck you for 24. So you're gonna get 14 as he shatters the shield. Points of piercing damage. And then this bird is desperately trying to take this source of needling pain out of the fight as another claw swipes out from under his wing for a 22 towards you.
Barely talking away.
Alright, as the spell is maintained, Fisto Magico swings at Aribus for a 30.
The rock takes 2 bleak damage.
Alright.
Hit.
You're going to take 7 points of force damage. Let me take this 2 off of him and then see if it stops. Come on! No,
Ha!
okay.
Never stops.
He's still. That was a 20, and it's just like, nah. So he is still bleeding. And Cleric here in the back, weirdly kind of starting to run out of prepared spells. But not fully understanding what the bird is trying to tell him. He's gonna pull his hands together, kind of bridged again, but this time inverted. Naggins Mayhem! And send out a wave of dark energy that swirls around the rock and emanates across Selwyn specifically. Make me, I believe it's a fortitude save.
Okay.
I thought it was a will save originally, but it is a fortitude save.
22 is not
been
enough. I know it's a DC now.
Yeah, it is not. It's been a minute
Yeah.
since our boy Negan's Mayhem came in here. And you are going to take some negative damage as he kind of asserts the will of Zev Gavazeb through his prayers. You are going to take 11 points of negative damage. And Selwyn is conscious! Conscious is the bar we're going for.
Yep.
Ara.
It's not. There's a fireball, the same spot as last time. It's not letting me ping.
Oh, well, I know where you're going. I know where you're going with this. You're good.
Yeah.
You know, if I were smart, I would have just put it on the GM layer for a moment, because we knew it was going right back.
Even
You
the
guys are
dice
just
is
blackness!
Yeah.
They're coal black.
So another fireball surging out into the room. The cleric in the back, how many times can he get lucky? His saving throw is freaking terrible. That's a 14. That's a critical failure. Do I want to reroll it? How many villain points do I have? 2?
Let me have it.
Oh, you win this round. You win this round. You win this round. And I got
Thank you.
the Vrock is gonna get a 32. So the Vrock will take half. The cleric will take double, taking
cleric takes
32. Or no, yeah,
He takes 52.
52 points of fire damage. Bam! Big wave off his health bar, and 13 off the Vrock.
I changed my dice color to transparent to see what it would do, and
It does that. It just makes some black cubes.
that's awesome.
All right, you got 1 action left.
Cool.
Is it a seed pod?
You know me.
Oh,
You gotta get him one of these days.
I hit someone with a seed pod once. It was a spider.
Selwyn.
Proud moment.
I will cast True Strike.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Um,
Getting in there.
yeah. That's the last of my magic. 34 and a difficult roll. 25, so to 34. 22
The-
damage.
Yeah, 34, yeah, I guess our true strike will take the damage attached to whichever one you go with as well, because it rolls on both. 34 is definitely going to hit, landing a solid 22 points of damage as this Vrock is flagging, for sure.
I'm fucking flagging, dude.
Everyone is. Arvis is also almost down.
I'm gonna try again. 26 against this flat-footed.
oh, come on, Selwyn.
26 will get his flat-footed.
All right, I'll die
17
here.
more
but it
piercing
won't be
damage.
worth
Piercing
it.
damage. You gotta believe.
A 20, but not a hard 20. Unlucky.
Yeah, 20 is not gonna land. He's just gonna
Hitting with
finally
that
get his
persistent
defense
damage
there.
kill me.
And as you fight, it'll be clear to everyone, this burning manifests as your skin splits and breaks everywhere visible around you, the sides of your face and your neck, your wrists and your arms, as green vines curl out, punching their way through your flesh. And you are going to take 8 points of poison damage.
I'm actually just staggered.
That's not a thing in second edition.
Is it not? Damn it!
Selwyn goes down.
Oh, never lucky.
Barkbeard.
Okay. So this may or may not work, and hopefully it works.
The
is
Vrock
plan.
is reeling.
Yeah, so I'm going to try first flurry of blows. I'm just desperate attempts here to just try and land a hit, which is gonna be a re-roll again.
Oh, the hero points are
Again.
coming out. It's happening.
Another one from Justinian over here. This time,
Get it.
this is gonna work for sure. Not at all.
Son
This
of
time
a-
didn't work.
That is,
Okay. So
yeah,
lots of
you're-
ones on
Somebody
this
must
side.
have the poor dice. Zindern overcame it,
Yeah.
then I overcame it. Now it's you.
I need a
And
black
then I'm gonna
person.
try again for even
Oh,
worse.
God.
Oh,
He's
then-
pounding.
I'm going to reach into my bag, take out a stone feather, and slam it onto the ground in
And as
front
you
of
reach
Brock.
into your bag, the Vrock takes your lapse in defense to strike forward
Son of a
with his beak. Fighting desperately. I think our internet is pooping because you sound like a walkie-talkie and Roll20's not rolling. Oh, there it goes finally for a 28.
28 hits, but it does not crit.
So it's not going to stop you from getting the thing out of your bag, but it is going to peck you for 20 points of piercing damage and then an
Okay.
additional 6 points of evil damage if you are good aligned.
I'm neutral.
Okay. I started doing it that way so you don't have to like say your alignment out loud if you don't want to.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm neutral. So
That's fair.
next time
So
I
you
will
wouldn't
keep
take
that in
the
mind. And you will see me take out. It's a just a regular stone feather, and I will smash it on the ground in front of him. And it should, if we did it right, if we know what it is, it should turn into a huge tree. But it might not be what I think it is.
It is in fact going to turn into a huge tree. I have to check what happens if you do it in a 10-foot tall room.
Are you critiquing
Well,
my
it's-
ability to identify items?
So as you toss
No,
this feather,
I would never question that.
as you toss this feather down onto the ground, it clatters against the stone, and nothing happens.
Excellent.
Well, choose a
You have
good
one action
thought.
left.
No, because I drew it and then threw it.
He drew it and dropped it on the floor. I'll give you one action left.
Okay, then I will shove someone's body. Just
Use an object.
sweeping.
I'm gonna let you like get kind of
sweeping. Yeah,
push
just
her
sweep
back
her away
to
a
the
bit.
doorway.
Just the little broom action, kind of sweep her out of the door a little bit.
And then you would feel as well these vines breaking through the bark of your body as they mix with your own your leaves and growths. As this infestation from this demon deals 11 points of poison damage to you. Arbus.
Okay.
I'm going to get that thing away from me. I'm going to carefully move away from this fucker over here behind my Selwyn. And I got a better view on that now. And look at her on the ground and close my eyes, hold my hands out to my sides as it begins to rain on Selwyn as I cast Heal level 3.
Pull out the big heal.
Oh, yes.
Big boys.
For
36
6 HP, buddy.
That only way it could have happened.
Give you that. You see an older man, looks like a druid, yelling at a young girl, and he goes to swing a stick at her, and 3 wolves step in front.
And as you cast that, as your rain falls on Selwyn's motionless body, the vines growing out through her skin, as the raindrops strike them, fade, wither, crumbling almost instantly to dust, and just falling away from her, leaving just these wounds
yes.
across her body. But you don't think they'll do any more harm. The Vrock is still fighting for his damn life. And he has seen that in the background, there is a problem.
I wave.
So with another incantation, Rachel, Yanwam, he winks out of existence, reappearing between Ara and Arabis before his beak comes slamming down onto Arabis. Weaving through dimensions to arrive here for Zurich 17's villain points.
Bastard!
I'm down to 1. Striking you for a 27. Still not great, but...
Oh, just enough to hit me.
And he will strike you for 24 points of piercing damage. And 2 points of evil if you are good aligned.
How do I answer that?
You just
don't.
take 2 points off your health
Yeah.
bar if you're good aligned. You don't have to say anything. The cleric is going to continue sustaining Fisto. Which is going to strike you for 34.
Ooh.
That's a crit on the dot.
You're 24?
Is it?
24, yeah.
Ooh. Minimum roll, but the crit is going to hit you for 10 points of force damage. And the spectral fist is going to knock knock Arvis down. And as that happens, the cleric moves up a little to get a better view, and with a wave of his hand and focus, the fist flies over to Ara, whose turn it is now.
I look at the fist. I didn't invite you. Go away. I don't want to deal with you again. Balls. Ara is going to attempt to move over here on
Okay.
top of Arbus. Just runs around the rock.
And yeah, as you run by, he's certainly going to give you some peck. And as he notices you scampering by, his beak pulling back up from striking on Arbus, almost just like pecking its seed, strikes down at your tiny little
actually,
body.
wait, hold on a second. I forgot one thing. Another 3
yeah,
damage.
He takes 3
Yeah.
damage. You're right.
Yeah.
He takes 3 damage. It is going to strike you for a 39, Ara.
Crits.
And
Nah, it
bleeding
ends.
does stop on the rock. All right, so with a crit, then he's gonna strike you as you scamper past for 54 points of piercing damage, and an additional 4 points of evil if you are good aligned.
Ara is in a good spot right now.
Did that actually leave you at 1?
At least left me at 1.
What a champion! Well,
And then I'm going to
conscious.
cast.
This is the rock battle story.
I'm going to cast heal at a 3rd level on Arbus. with my last two. With my last 2 actions.
Alrighty. So, which side of her do you want to be on as she comes to here?
Right here. That's fine.
Alrighty. So with
Actually,
34 points of healing, Arvis is gonna just kind of go black for just a moment before she wakes up to Ara broken and falling apart, Selwyn on the ground next to her, Barkbeard kind of staggering, and the Vrock looming over you still. Selwyn.
All right, get up,
Ara
stand up,
tells Arbus when she wakes up, "You're not done yet."
5
wake
foot
up.
step.
Still hasted.
Still hastes, getting to. Praying to whatever god that exists or doesn't. Please, one time. 35 for 26 damage. Oh!
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh god. I wake up barely conscious, still abnormally fast from the shit from Aura's haste. This powerful spell is surging through me. As I see Arbus go down as I wake up, I surge up and cut off its head with a spray of blood.
And it falls backwards over onto the rubble from the elemental, decapitated on the ground. You still have 1 action.
I do.
Throw it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barbeard, it's up to you from here.
And Barkbeard is in fact your move.
This should be hopefully achievable.
And as you
I will go.
As you go to move, and Selwyn rushes up to this cleric as he kind of stumbles back a little bit as you come up past him. And your comment, he looks between the two of you. No, this is impossible. Zevgavazam's will is like just kind of stammering and flailing as Barkbeard zoops around behind him.
And he'll just be like mumbling like weird blubberish to me. And so I'm just going
Yeah, only
to,
Selwyn
as I
understands what
come,
you're saying.
I'll respond in
Yeah.
undercommon. I'd mock your tone if I didn't feel like dying.
and so yeah, so I'm gonna run by, and as I run by, I'm going to try and swipe with some good. Oops. Well, the first one probably didn't hit. Second one is a 24.
You are flanking, so maybe.
A 22 hits him.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a squishy little person.
You're flanking him, and he's a heal bot. This is their aura.
That's true.
This
Oh,
is
that's true. That's true. That's true. Okay, wow. I was really expecting some higher AC there.
Okay.
Just
Crazy
16 damage and then 18 damage.
And as he's stammering, and you rush in to deal these 2 blows, one after the other, dropping your branches on him, what do you do to him?
I'm like honestly so I scoot around with surprising haste, but as I come down, I'm literally just doing like a full body wave and just like all of the top branches just trying to kind of squish him, and it was surprisingly effective as he did not get back up. But I'm just kind of like bowed over as I barely have the strength to like straighten back up.
As he's crushed onto the ground and these vines, this last gift from the Vrock, continue to writhe across your body, you take 6 points of poison damage. And Arubis.
I am very how do I say it?
Hurt?
Very hurt, confused, but I'm gonna just stare at Aura almost like I recognize him, and that's my turn.
So Aura.
Aura.
Does Barbara get a save for the persistent damage?
No.
Oh, wow.
This cannot end naturally.
Fair enough.
Aura is going to walk around right here. And I saw the poison go away when our someone got healed by Arubis, right?
Yes.
You did. You would have seen that, yeah.
I'm going to cast a first level heal on Barkbeard.
And as he regains 14 health, with your magic, the positive energy seemingly counteracting the strange poison, the vines wither and drop away from Barkbeard as well, almost looking like half of his own grasses and moss falling, but as almost a dusty, fine ash immediately as they detach. And they will harm him no further.
Aura stumbles a few more steps forward and just falls face first.
Well, that was horrifying.
Wearily step over Aura, pull him to the corner. And I'll also sink down. Do I see he's still conscious?
Well, are you?
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna speak for you.
I'll guess I'll check him then. Is that a medicine?
If
Check
you
he's
check him,
conscious?
he does seem to be stable. He's in no danger of dying. He's just almost exhausted to the point of being incapable of movement and desperately injured. Without him being struck further, he'll be okay, but he was literally 1 hit point away from the brink there.
Knowing he's safe, Selwyn drops her weapons, not having the strength to carry them anymore, and sinks to the floor.
Well, I feel like we need to go sleep forever. Probably in the room with the dead rock, because it's comforting to me now.
I think our best bet so far is the servants' room if you want to.
It's true, that's a long ways away, but I'm sure I could make it. We'll just have to point out a sign for Zerg, I guess, to find us. But I'm sure, he'll figure it out. He's a tough guy.
Yeah, well, luckily I didn't run into that guy. That would have been a contest.
Well, I will try to carry Aura.
Well, I can
Aura's
get
very
Aura.
light. Like, even any of you, even Selwyn, could carry Aura fairly easily.
Even
He's like
Selwyn, yeah.
Yeah, even Selwyn with her negative strength modifier.
Doesn't Arubis also have a negative strength modifier?
No.
I think she's even. I think she's a 10.
Yeah, I don't think you can be below a 10 if you're not
You'd have to
specifically
take
willing
like
to
a
fall.
willing, just because you wanted your character to be physically weaker. Like, humans don't have flaws at all. Humans are perfect.
Oh yeah, we're the best.
Why play them?
So orcs.
No.
Or a lot of races. But as the 4 of you in the corner, Arbus, as you pick up Aura, you all move to kind of gather together another one of the priests of Zevgavazeb, another one of the Troggs High Clerics defeated, with a truly terrifying demon at his side. Zerg, somewhere, hopefully not trying to fight something equally as dangerous single-handedly. As we will end today's adventure after a fucking glorious combat.
Hell yeah.
Rocks are so fucking cool, dude. I
Rocks
love
are
that creature.
dope. They're awesome.
Scary
And
motherfuckers.
that
Yeah.
may have been my favorite, just like straight up combat encounter of this campaign so far.
Really?
like,
There's been a
I
lot
thought
of really
that
good
was
ones.
great. Like, the
Yeah, I thought it was
demons-
really good.
Demons in Second Edition are just so cool because they do so many things. They're not just like beat sticks. They don't just stand there and swing at you until someone dies. Like, they have so many abilities, and him with a pocket cleric behind him, that's a fucking fight. For a
Yeah,
seventh
you
level
hailed
party.
him the first time. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, he got to do all his cool shit, right? The only thing he didn't do is Dance of Ruin, but Dance
This
of
just
Ruin
wasn't
kind of
like
sucks
wasn't
if you're
worth
alone.
doing. Yeah, if it's alone and what would
Yeah.
also zap the cleric is no real point to doing it. But he got to do his
I'm
cloud.
glad
I
they
even rolled a
made
1
Stunning
for a
Screech
cooldown the
much
first
better.
time. What'd you say?
The Stunning Screech in 1E is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, because stunned is just like stunned in 1E
Stunned
is
is just
stupid.
stunned,
Like, anything that
yeah.
inflicts stun in 1E is fucking dumb by default.
Yeah.
But it's cool in second because you don't just lose instantly. Like if 3 of the 4 players had failed their save to Stunning Screech in 1E, it's like, well, TPK, like with the new
Yeah.
campaign, like we're all dead. Because it was just dumb. But you get to it's still powerful. It still has that same like effect, but it's reasonable.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But we'll be back next week, everybody. We'll return for another adventure in the Extinction Curse with the Circus of Wayward Wonders. Well, if they can triumph over that, I think you guys can handle probably just about anything at this point.
And without
Thank-
our Zerg.
Yeah, even without Zerg. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. We'll be here same time, same place next week with another episode. If you want more Pathfinder adventures on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, so 6 hours ago over at twitch.tv/official Paizo, we have our official partnered Age of Ashes stream over on the actual Paizo network. And they are going to be heading into the finale of Book 2. They are heading into their final battle. So if you want to catch on as they finish some more seriously climactic encounters and start the next chapter of their journey, it's a great time. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow playing some more Ghost of Sushi Meat. I will see you all then. Good night, everybody. Nobody died!
Oh yeah.
That's a... Whoo! That was a questionable one from over there.